Who are they?
Oh, like I said, I think they're going to do senior night before the game.
Live.
Thank you. We're on in one. We're on in one on the radio.
Good evening and welcome to Grizzly Stadium on the campus of Northwest High School in Wichita, where tonight ESPN Wichita is excited to bring you high school football. Tonight from Wichita, it's the Grizzlies of Northwest High School taking on the Hayes Indians in a game that many people believe is one of, if not the marquee game in all of the state of Kansas, if not certainly in Class 5A tonight, as we've got two top 10 powers going mano a mano as we get set to move on to the playoffs, which start next week. Hello everybody, my name is Steve Strain along with Kevin Arkin. Welcome in to your HTO pregame show. HTO right in front of Northwest High School, brand new. And you can stop by and grab one of their 25 flavored sweet or unsweetened teas as you head on into the Grizzly Stadium, or if you're just driving around the west side of town. HTO at 13th and Tyler sponsors your pregame show for a Northwest and Hayes game tonight that should be quite the barn burner. Again, we've got two teams ranked in the top 10 in Class 5 in the state of Kansas as we get ready for the playoffs. Two teams that also run the ball very, very well. And two teams that are full of players who are going to be playing on Saturdays, if not next season, certainly in the next few years to come. Both of these two teams also each have one loss on the season. Northwest has two. Hayes has one, but the Grizzlies are hoping to hand Hayes their second loss of the season. We'll find out over the next couple of hours. Northwest and Hayes tonight as we welcome in my broadcast partner, Kevin Arkin, who joins me here tonight. And Kevin, we heard somebody describe this game as basically the equivalent talent-wise to a good JUCO matchup at least. And that's what we've got here tonight with some of the talent we're going to see out on display.
This is going to be an offensive masterpiece, and it should be by both teams. Both teams are going to run the same offense. The offensive coordinator for Hayes is a former Northwest offensive coordinator. Took all the offensive plays with him and instilled them into the Hayes program, and they have the right bodies to run that offense over there in Hayes. And again, this should be an absolute barn burner.
That is Cole Cherryholmes, the offensive coordinator for Hayes, and the man calling the signals for his offense is Jaron Kanak, a tremendous athlete, a senior quarterback. And boy, what more can you say about this guy? He's rushed for nearly 1,000 yards this season, 957 to be exact. He's thrown for about 750 yards on the year. So a good combination of running and passing for him, like you see with Northwest, like Kevin alluded to. What's most fascinating about him, Kevin, is this guy's going to Clemson, or at least that's where he said he's going, but not to play quarterback, but to play linebacker, where he backs up on this team.
That's right. He's going to. They drafted him, or not drafted, but recruited him to play on defense over at Clemson because of the excellent defensive play he provides for the Hayes team. The quarterback thing, just an extra for him as far as Clemson is concerned.
I was asking their radio crew why he doesn't play defense, and they said they just need him more on offense because of his athleticism, and with the caliber of talent on this Hayes team, they don't need guys playing both ways, but the need for him is more so at quarterback than at linebacker. But Yeah, he'll be playing on Saturdays, but not on offense, but in linebacker of all places.
With all the offensive numbers that you just alluded to for Kanak, it's no wonder they want him on offense.
Yeah, and a guy that, like Wichita Northwest's quarterback Jeremiah Moore, has some breakaway speed, so there's going to be a lot of pressure on this young Northwest defense to try to contain him tonight. The good news is, Kevin, and you brought it up in our pregame show, this is an offense then that Northwest's defense will know very well because they practice against it every day.
Absolutely. It's going to be like a mirror image of what they see in practice every day. And the defensive unit for Northwest, has its leader back. And that's Darius Diaz, who was out last week with a concussion. He's back this week. They expect him to play. Everything should be normal this week, and he's that quarterback on defense, and they did look a lot disorganized at times last week with him sitting on the bench.
And like Northwest, it doesn't stop with the quarterback rushing the football. Roy Maroney is a senior running back for this Hayes team, and there's a guy that also has picked up 714 yards on the season, 119 yards per game average. So between their quarterback and their running back, that's over 250 yards of rushing per contest between those two alone.
What does that sound like? That sounds like us.
Yeah. So fasten your seatbelts. It should be a fun one. The regular season finale, Northwest and Hayes, kickoff coming up at the top of the hour. We're going to take a time out here on our HTO pregame show. When we return, Kevin had a chance to sit down earlier this week with Northwest head coach Steve Martin, so we'll hear those comments. Stay tuned for that as our HTO pregame show continues. You're listening to Grizzly Football presented by Mel Hambleton Ford.
Now open at Central and Mays. Come by or shop online.
I didn't tell you.
Pre-owned vehicles, cars, trucks, and SUVs. We have them all. Banter Automotive Group, now open at our new location just east of Central and Mays.
At least it'll win a Pulitzer.
Well, of course.
Or a Marconi.
You didn't have to tell me that. I knew that already.
Well, you knew that. Yeah, my modesty,
Yes, of course.
I'll let you know. It's got a minute and a half to go yet.
Oops, sorry.
You're good.
The HTO pregame show continues now with our weekly visit with head coach Steve Martin, brought to you each and every week by Hog Wild Barbecue, 21st and Tyler. Don't be late. They close at 8. Coach, it seems like a broken record, but I'll start by saying congratulations on another workmanlike win last week, this time against South High.
Yeah, we addressed it the week before. It's, we're just trying to iron out all the kinks and tighten some screws and trying to get kids healthy and stuff. And, I think after this week, Friday night, I think we'll be as healthy as we can possibly be. So, we're excited about that. But, yeah, kids, I thought, especially offensively, have been really rolling. I think all the kinks are out on the offense right now. We feel like we have the right guys in the right spots now, and they're performing like we thought they would. So, healthy Jeremiah Moore helps that cause, because now people will have to worry about him, not just LJ and Sincere.
And, of course, you're coming off a 3-week span, which I hate to call anything a soft part of the schedule, but it was against some of the weaker teams in the City League the last 3 weeks. And now we're going to turn right around and play the number 2 seed in 5A West in Hayes, fortunately at home. Big adjustment from one level of competition to the other?
If you as a young coach, you make the mistakes of getting your team up for a ball game and you get them, not so up for maybe what you'd say the past 3 weeks. But, that's why I love our schedule. We had 4 weeks where we went through a gauntlet. And during that gauntlet, we had some guys hurt. We were able to fix some things that, against that competition that would maybe hurt us in November, the November games, to win the big ones. And so we were able to create depth, which you want to do for a November playoff run, and you want to be able to work on what you need to. And I think our coaching staff has addressed those areas, and I think we're peaking at the right time where, I hate to say it, but, in the last couple of years, I think sometimes we might have peaked too early. And so you look at this team and where we're getting to be, especially on offense, I think right now we're very close to where we want to be for playoff time. I know defensively as a staff, they've been frustrated because, the only time we've had the projected starters that we thought at the beginning of the year was going to be the first quarter of the Carroll game, with Butch Reagan going down, and then you have to put together a roster, and then all of a sudden things snowballed. We're sitting with 5 starters out in game 3, and then you get them back and you get everybody healthy for the East game, and we come out and now looking at a 56-0 is a pretty impressive win over an East squad, who went out there and ran Garden City out of town. And so now you look at that as you're looking at that same lineup going to be back and healthy on Friday, is hopefully, that brings back what we do on defensively.
Have we ever played Hayes before?
Not to my recollection. I think this is the first meeting ever versus Hayes.
So what can we look for from the Indians?
Well, a former wide receiver coach of ours is our offense coordinator, and Coach Cherry Holmes. So they're going to look identical to what we do. It's going to be a mere copy of what we do. The different style will be the quarterback play, whereas we are more of a option-based speed team, and they are a more of a grounded out, pounded out style, especially with Jared Kennick at quarterback. If you don't know that name, you will, because he's going to make some plays. Friday, he's a special kid. That's why he's going to University of Clemson. He's going to get his yards. We just got to eliminate it and make someone else beat us.
Defensively, you talked about shoring some things up, and yet now that you have everybody together, is it going to be difficult to play defensively against Hayes because they play the same style we do, or is that an advantage to our defense because they see it every day in practice?
I think it's a two-way street. Whereas yes, it's a different style. It's the same plays, it's the same schemes. It's just a different mentality of how they move the ball in a workmanlike manner. Whereas with their quarterback, like, he literally can take it to the house anytime. He's that fast. He ran a 10.33 in a fully automatic tracked 100 time. You'll see the nuances of the defense, literally. And Coach Terry Holmes does a great job. That's why they hired him away from us. They wanted to have our offensive style up there, and that's a kudos to Coach, and he'll put those kids in a good situation. They have a great running back in Maroney, and they have some other athletes, and so it's going to be a great atmosphere. It's going to be a great high school game, and it's why you want to schedule this type of game, is that you want to play quality teams, because here's the deal is, no matter what happens Friday night for either of us, both of us still have a chance to go play for a state title game. I mean, that's the quality of matchup. So really what you have is you have a chance then to see where you're at now going into the playoffs, to where you have maybe a week before you have another opportunity for a big game that you can address.
You mentioned the playoffs. Let's talk about it for just a minute. Do you have any idea yet, or is it too soon to talk about potential playoff scenarios and where we might go?
Yeah, so it's literally a log jam. So, I mean, as crazy as this is to say, is if we were able to beat Hayes by more than 11 points, we would be the 5th seed. That's barring, that's being conservative of all the other games out there. Mays goes to Hutch, Hayes plays, Mays plays Hutch. Mays South plays Derby. Bishop Carroll has a tough game with East. There's some factors that the Salina Central plays Salina South in a rivalry game. Salina South has a tough schedule. So there's some things that could shake out. But if we handle our business and if we win by more than 11, the worst seed that we can have will be the 5th seed. We could go anywhere up to 3. We will not be higher than a 3, but if we handle business 5, now if we would do something we don't want to do here, if we would lose, that could potentially knock us down all the way down to a 10 seed. The thing is, if 5A football has a lot of teams right now, you have 3 teams with 1 loss, you have 5 teams with 2 losses, and then you have others with 3 losses. So literally the 10 seed is going to be a 5-win team out of 3 with a 650 winning percentage. It's unheard of in a 16-team bracket to have a 5-win team be the 10 seed. And what's even crazier is there's then going to be 4 teams that have 4 wins. So really going down to the 13 seed is going to be all above 400 or 500 on the show. So do I know where it's at? No. We kind of have a forecast of what it looks like with some different scenarios. So anywhere, we could be anywhere from realistically probably a 4, a 5 if we win by more than 11, and anywhere from literally if we would win by 10, it could be anywhere from 6 to 8. It's crazy.
It is crazy, and you can't worry about that now because you have some business to take care of tonight against Ace.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, we don't care who we play. I mean, we've played the 2 best teams on the bracket. We feel we gave Bishop Carroll a football game, and we believe that Capon played a good game against us with 5 starters out. And we're not worried about anybody, as we believe that if we take care of ourselves, we can go play and beat anybody. So we'll continue worrying about what the Northwest Grizzlies are doing, and everybody else can worry about us.
Coach, thanks again for the visit all year long, and we'll look forward to at least one more before our first playoff game next week.
Yep, sounds good. Thanks, guys.
Head Coach Steve Martin on our weekly visit, brought to you each and every week by Hog Wild Barbecue, 21st and Tyler. Don't be late. They close at 8. We'll be back with more of the HTO pregame show after this 2-minute timeout. Stay with us. This is Grizzly Football, presented by Mel Hambelton Ford.
I assume those are backers, so they go with a 4-4 and 3 defensive backs. It's a 4-4.
4 front.
Those bandits. Sometimes teams will call that their safeties or bandits.
Right.
Those are linebackers. So it's 4-4.
Right, I figure it was 4 and 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. ready to rock and roll. Thank you, sir. Thanks for rolling with that extra break, man. Appreciate it. Did a great job out there, sir. You know, as long as the weather's not unbearable and we can leave the window open, we probably don't need a crowd mic now that I think about it.
It's up to you.
Yeah.
You turn it all the way down?
It's down right now.
Turn it off.
I think it comes in handy when we have to have the window closed.
Yeah.
Then we can run it out with the window closed. Because you can't get too
I'd
much.
rather have it and not need it
Yeah.
than need and not have.
Yes. How wild for you. Welcome back to Grizzly Stadium. Hey, there's still time if you're heading out to stop by HTO right in front of the Northwest campus and grab one of their great sweet or unsweet flavored teas or a snack. HTO sponsors your Grizzly pregame show, and they are right smack dab in front of the Northwest campus. Time now for our starting lineups for tonight's game. Your starting lineups are brought to you by Pizza Ranch, where you can get the country's best chicken on the buffet or delivered to your door. Pizza Ranch at 21st and Tyler sponsors your Grizzly starting lineups, and they look like this. Jacob Lamb and James Gilbertson are the offensive tackles. Lamb, 6'3", 250, he's a junior. Gilbertson, 6'4", 255, he's a senior. Kevon Stallings and Alex Herrera are the guards. Stallings on the left side, 6'3", 265 and a senior. Herrera on the right, 6'2", 280 and a junior. Nathan Davis is the sophomore center, 6 feet, 255 pounds. The receivers, Michael Lopez, 5'6", 140 and a sophomore. Randall Bell, 6 feet, 180, he's a senior. And expect to see some Trenton Salisbury and Takari Brown as well. The running backs, that two-headed monster of L.J. Phillips, who's rushed now for over 1,500 yards on the season. Phillips, 5'8", 200 pounds, he's a junior. And Sincere Thompson, who has 735 rushing yards on the season and 5 touchdowns. Thompson, 5'10", 205 pounds, he is a sophomore. Jeremiah Moore, the quarterback for Northwest, 5'8", 195-pound senior, who has rushed for exactly 800 yards on the season. There's your Grizzly offense. Now here's Kevin with the Hayes starting defense.
And they'll start with a 4-man front. We'll take it from right to left. On the right side, Grayson Walburn, a 6'2", 225-pound junior. Tackle, Gavin Nutting, 6 foot, 245-pound senior. The other tackle, Carson Spray, a 6 foot, 255-pound junior. And on the left side up front, Aiden Ballman, a 6'2", 222-pound senior. Your linebackers from left to right, Evan Land, a 6 foot, 190-pound junior. On the weak side, Gavin Myers is a 6'2", 220-pound senior, and I've got a mistake on here, and I'll fix it in a minute. Jarrett Lyon is a 5'9", 173-pound senior, and Reemy Stahl, 6'5", 185-pound junior. Your defensive backs, and this is where I have the mistake. Gavin Myers is actually going to play defensive back. He's going to play at cornerback. The other cornerback, Ty Adams, a 6'1", 170-pound senior, and the free safety, 5'10", 160-pound junior, Connor Dreiling. And that's the defense for the 6-1 Hayes Indians.
All right, thank you very much, Kevin. Here's the Grizzly defense. Northwest, of course, with a 3-3 look. Nate Carter, Caden Ross are the defensive ends. Carter, 6'2", 245, and a senior. Ross, 6 feet, 220. He's a junior. Trey Birch having a very nice season as the nose tackle, 6 feet, 260-pound sophomore. The linebackers, Jacob King having a tremendous sophomore season, 5'10", 175-pounder. Jerome Reagan on the other side, 5'11", 220. He's a senior. Darius Diaz, as Kevin pointed out, back in the lineup tonight after a concussion last week kept him out. He's 5'11", 190, and a senior. Jeremiah Harris and Dontrell Harris are the cornerbacks. Jeremiah is a sophomore. Dontrell's a junior. Derek Robinson, 5'10", 165, senior strong safety. Zach Morford leads the team in tackles with 42. He is the nickel, 5'10", 190-pound senior. And Ben Heidebrecht is the junior free safety, 5'11", 165 pounds. Now here's Kevin with that Hayes offense.
And that offense led by former OC for Northwest Cole Cherry Holmes at left tackle, Carson Spray, a 6 foot, 255-pound junior. The left guard, Derek Riggs, 5'11", 230-pound junior. Henry Fitzham is the center. He comes in at 5'10", 237 pounds. He's a sophomore. Also a sophomore at right guard is Caden Bunker. He's 5'10", 220. And the right tackle, Brandon Yock, 5'10", 240-pound junior. The receivers for the Hayes Indians, Kyrese Goen, a 6'1", 160-pound junior. Carson Kiefer, 6 foot, 190-pound senior, and I think it's Kiefer, not Kiefer. Connor Dreiling, who plays both ways, 5'10", 155-pound junior. Trent Summers, 5'10", 150-pound junior, and Corbin Worth, 6'2", 156-pound sophomore. Get it out, Kevin. Their quarterback, Mr. All-World, Jaron Kanak. We told you about his passing yards and his rushing yards. He's rushed for, he's got 10 touchdowns to his credit here. So he's having a super year in advance of going to Clemson next year. 6'2", 215-pound senior. And the running back, Roy Maroney, 5'10", 188-pound senior, very much like L.J. Phillips, has 119 yards per game rushing on the ground to back up Kanak. That's a one heck of a 1-2 punch on offense, and that's the Hayes Indians.
All right, thank you very much, Kevin. Once again, your starting lineup's brought to you by Pizza Ranch, where you can get the country's best chicken on the buffet or delivered to your door. Pizza Ranch at 21st and Tyler. Thanks to our friend Donnie Bean and the folks at Pizza Ranch for sponsoring tonight's starting lineup. We'll take a timeout, come back with the opening kickoff as the captains are tossing the coin now. The Grizzlies and Hayes coming up next, and this is Grizzly football presented by Mel Hambleton Ford.
Banter Automotive is now open at Central and Mays. Come by or shop online and browse our inventory of quality pre-owned vehicles, cars, trucks, and SUVs. We have them all. Banter Automotive Group, now open at our new location just east of Central and Mays.
Wow. Grizzlies win the toss and defer. Interesting
strategy. Well, taking the ball last week didn't work, but they fumbled it.
Yeah.
So that might have something to do with that decision.
They're not going to zero the clock now that we're ready, are they?
I hope not.
I hate it when they do that.
They shouldn't.
They have before.
They shouldn't. They know there's 2 radio stations up here.
Excuse me. Yep, they just zeroed it.
Well, they sure did. Well, we'll have to do the rest of this on the fly. I can do keys in between plays.
Yeah, we'll make it. We always do.
I'm not worried about it.
Kanak is their kick returner. Are you kidding?
Is that right? He sure is.
Grizzlies have won the toss, and they have deferred, so it'll be the high-powered Hayes offense that's on the field first, and we're about ready to go. Hayes will go from our left to right. They'll get the football first, and their athletic quarterback, Jaron Kanak, is also one of their kick returners, although this one is going to go to one of the other kick returners, and that's Malik Baugh, a sophomore who's around the right side. He's got room across the 25-30 and dragged down at about the 32-yard line. And that's where Hayes will have it, 1st and 10, their own at 32. Hayes is in their road white jerseys and white pants with red numerals, white helmets with red numerals on them, at least on one side, and they've got a red and gold arrowhead on the other side. So you take the arrowhead side of the helmet away, Kevin, and their uniforms are identical to Stanford's Cardinal.
Very similar to Stanford. We talked about that while we were watching them warm up.
1st and 10, Hayes from their own 38. Kanak's going to keep it on his own read. He's got it, and he's out in the open across the 40 to 35, out to the 48. 15 yards to start the game. That'll be a chance transmissions first down before Dontrell Harris brings him down. There's that quarterback with the speed.
Took 3 guys to take him down after he got himself out into the open, so they're going to need to get him in tight behind the line if they're going to contain him.
When he gets to 43 yards rushing tonight, he'll have 1,000 for the season. He picked up 15 right there. 1st and 10, Hayes from our left to right, opening drive of the game. Kanak's going to hand it off to Maroney up the middle, and this will be a short gain into Grizzly territory, but then Jerome Reagan pushes him backward along with Demazio Sandoval, who is in there starting tonight. That's a late addition for Steve Martin, but a good job by those two, and a gain of 4 yards.
And holding him to 4 yards is key, especially on first down. Now they need to contain and force a 3rd and long situation.
Maroney averages 119 yards on the ground as the starting tailback. He'll be playing on Saturday somewhere, although it's not known yet. Shotgun formation, back to Kanak, and it looks like a busted play. He'll run left and get dropped at about the 46-yard line.
Didn't exactly get us a 3rd and long out of it, but the busted play only netted 2 yards, so a chance for the defense of Northwest here to hold.
Caden Ross on the stop. So 3rd down and 4 for Hayes out of the pistol formation. Kanak with Maroney, the running back, behind him. Northwest, by the way, in their gold jerseys, gold pants, with blue numbers, blue and gold helmets. Hayes from our left to right. And that'll be north to south. Kanak out of the gun. Play action fake. Throws behind the intended receiver. Incomplete. Just a quick little slant for Carson Kiefer, and it was behind him. It's 4th down out near midfield.
Harris put on the defense there, was going to get the tackle. Had the ball been caught, it would have been a 1st down.
Big 4th down play here. 4th and 4 Hayes, and it appears they're going to at least go for it for now unless they try the hard count. 4th and 4, Kanak looks over to the sideline. He's out of the shotgun, running back to his right. 3 receivers, slots on the left. Scoreless, opening 2 minutes of the game, and now Kanak drops back. He'll punt the football away, and it's an end-over-end kick that's going to land at about the 16-yard line. Take a good northwest bounce and get down to about the 23, and that will be a 23-yard punt. No return. Exactly 10 minutes to go on the first quarter scoreboard, and we are scoreless.
We haven't seen a quick kick all year, and that was executed perfectly by Kanak. He dropped back 2 steps just before the ball was snapped and punted it away, and no one was back to get it for Northwest.
So here come the Grizzlies now for the first time tonight. Offense out onto the field, averaging 554 yards per game. Jeremiah Moore out of the shotgun with 800 yards rushing on the season. And he's got a 1,500-yard rusher out there as well in the backfield, and L.J. Phillips, who's the H-back here. Moore is going to run a fake toss left, roll right, and he throws it to Michael Lopez, dragged down right at the line of scrimmage. Well defended that time by Hayes, and that was Carson Spray, the junior tackle, on the stop for no gain.
Grizzlies trying to surprise everybody with a passing play on the first play of the game.
So a gain of a yard, they'll say. 2nd and 9 from the 25 of Northwest. 9.5 to go. First quarter scoreless. Shotgun formation, Jeremiah Moore. 3 receivers, slots on the near side. Moore is going to run now out to the near side across the 25, 30, breaks out of the tackle to the 35, and he's finally dragged down there. That'll be a gain of right at about, well, they'll say forward progress was stopped at the 32. He'll be short, and it was Gavin Nutting on the stop, so that'll bring up 3rd down. Well, hold on. We've got a penalty on Northwest for holding, so let's move everything back. Real quickly, your game time temperature 72 degrees with a light breeze out of the south. That's right to left here tonight at Grizzly Stadium. So it's now 2nd down for Northwest, and they need about 13. Ball spotted at their own 21-yard line. Jeremiah Moore, shotgun. 3 receivers all out to the right side this time. And he's going to run a play-action fake, and he's going to run around the right side. He's got some space. Look out. 35, 30, 45. He's to midfield. He's to the 45 and dragged down inside the 40. All the way to the 39-yard line of Hayes. Move the chains. There's a Grizzly first down. Remy Stoll, the bandit linebacker, finally brings him down. Grizzlies quickly right back to the line of scrimmage. 1st and 10 from the 39. This is going to be a handoff. LJ Phillips. He's free on the right side. 30, 20, 10. Touchdown Grizzlies. LJ Phillips from 39 yards. And the Grizzlies have drawn first blood.
This drive was key. Once we got the defensive stop, it was key that we score and get the lead and get control of the game early.
Jeremiah Moore got it started with the big run on 2nd down behind the chains. They needed more than 13, but he picked up the first down, and then LJ finished it off, and Braden Saunders' extra point is good. 8:39 to go, first quarter. The score, Northwest 7, Hayes nothing. This is Grizzly football, presented by Mel Hamilton Ford.
Come by or shop online and browse our inventory of quality pre-owned vehicles, cars, trucks, and SUVs. We have them all. Banter Automotive Group, now open at our new location just east of Central and Mays.
What a smart play to run the play without a huddle and without even a break.
Yeah.
I don't hear anything. Are you hearing them?
Barely.
Okay, it's not me then.
Can you try and program up a little bit, Chris? If we turn our headsets up, we get drowned out with noise. Welcome back to Grizzly Stadium. LJ Phillips just took one to the house to get the scoring started, and now Northwest will kick off, and this is going to be Kanak, great athlete, quarterback for Hayes, returning kicks as well, and he does out to the 35-yard line. And again, in case you missed it, he is going to Clemson as a linebacker. He is the 2nd string linebacker on this Hayes team. They need him at quarterback, but gives you an idea of the talent this guy's got.
Well, and if he's playing on the special teams unit, I can understand why they don't want him playing on defense.
Yeah, he'd never leave the field.
Exactly.
7-0 Northwest, 8.5 to go, first quarter. Kanak out of the shotgun. He's going to run a zone read and keep it himself hit hard right as he crosses the line of scrimmage. And there were a few in there in gold. Mark Marinelli dialed up the right one that time for a gain of a yard. It's 2nd and 9. Nate Carter in on the stop, and he had some help as well.
He did indeed, and they met him at the point of attack. There was nowhere for him to go.
2nd and 9. Kanak going to take a look over to the sideline to get the play. Hayes from our left to right in their road whites with red numerals, white helmets with red numerals on the helmet. Kanak now looks at his center, and he takes the shotgun snap, and he rolls out to the right side across the 35. Now has to cut back out of a tackle and does. Out across the 40 and all the way to the 45. Jerome Reagan finally brings him down, but that is a Chance Transmissions first down at the 45-yard line of Hayes.
Derek Robinson had a chance to stop him for no gain, and he ran right through the tackle.
Yeah, Kanak looked like he was headed toward the sideline, then just put the skids on and cut it back inside of him. And picked up a few extra yards, enough to move the chains. That's a Chance Transmissions first down. Chance Transmissions sponsors all opponent first downs this season, and thanks to them for sponsoring Grizzly football on radio. Shotgun snap, and it gets away from Kanak. Now he picks it up, and he's just got to throw it away. He does to Maroney, who's behind the line of scrimmage, and drop there for a big loss on the play. Well, the bad snap started it, and Nate Carter finished the play. A huge loss all the way back to the 33-yard line.
Kanak was lucky that that ball was not picked off in midair by Carter, because Carter was rushing in on the play. It was a completed pass, but for a big loss on the play.
12-yard loss, so it's 2nd and 22 for Hayes. From our left to right they go, trailing Northwest 7-0. Kanak's out of the shotgun. He'll hand it off to Maroney, dragged down at the line of scrimmage. Grizzlies read that play like a book. It'll be 3rd and a mile. That was Caden Ross in on the stop.
Going back to the previous play, Steve, he'd have been much better off to just throw the ball away and save the 12-yard loss.
You're exactly right. Instead, 2 plays later, Hayes is looking at 3rd down and 20 from their own 35-yard line. How about the season Caden Ross is having? That a tackle there, and he started the game with 25 on the season among team leaders.
He's having a great year.
3rd and 20, Hayes, shotgun for Kanak, directing a little traffic. He's just going to keep it himself. They're going to play it conservative, and Kanak's now around the left side. He breaks out of 1 tackle, can't break out of the 2nd. He did make it to the 49-yard line of Hayes, but that's still going to be about 6 yards shy of the 1st down.
Be interesting to see whether they go for it from this field position, if they fake it, or if they go ahead and punt.
And they'll actually give him, Kevin, the 50. So it's interesting because now it's 4th and 5. The significance being they may try the hard count again and then do the same thing.
Exactly.
Punt the football away or call a timeout or maybe even a delay of game and punt it away. We'll see. But for now, it looks like they'll go for it. Now Kanak drops back to punt again. He will get it away, a low line drive kick, and this one is going to be angled toward the sideline, and it's going to trickle out of bounds at about the 22-yard line. So a 28-yard punt, no return. 5:08 to go. First quarter, Northwest with a football leading 7-0. Your game time temperature, by the way, brought to you by Joaquin Family and Cosmetic Dentistry, where they treat patients of all ages and they do implants. Joaquin Family and Cosmetic Dentistry at the corner of Central and Woodchuck. Here come the Grizzlies leading 7-0. And they are 83 yards away from the Stroud's end zone, moving from our right to left. And Jeremiah Moore, a long time to look over to the sideline to get the first down play. Now he's got it, and he's got the shotgun snap. He hands it off to L.J. Phillips, and Phillips is going to get stacked up behind the line of scrimmage. The first man missed, but the second one didn't, and that'll be probably a loss. Gavin Nutting in on the stop. And they'll say LJ did get right back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all.
He was lucky to get that far with 4 guys on him.
Rare to see LJ get bottled up at the line of scrimmage. 2nd down and 10. Phillips is lined up to the left of his quarterback, Jeremiah Moore. Northwest also has 3 receivers, all out to the near side as Northwest scrimmages from our right to left. Shotgun snap for Moore. He's looking to throw again. Has a lot of time. Throws deep down the middle of the field. Man wide open. That's Lopez into Hayes territory. 40, 30. He's looking for a block at the 25. He gets one and runs out of bounds at the 20. There's a big Grizzly first down there.
63-yard pass play.
On the 16th catch of the year for Michael Lopez. And the Grizzlies now rushing to the line of scrimmage. 1st and 10 from the Hayes 19. Moore, shotgun. He'll run left. He's trying to get the edge, and he won't get there. Dragged down at the 19-yard line. Good open field tackle for Hayes, and that's Evan Lynn, the bandit linebacker on the outside, a junior, on the stop. Northwest again rushing to the line of scrimmage. 2nd down and 6. Shotgun for Moore. He's got 2 backs. Phillips to his left and Sincere Thompson to his right. 3 receivers. Slots on the right. Moore, shotgun snap. He'll run a zone read, keeping himself up the middle. 10, 5, runs into wind inside the 5 and brought down at the 3, but that's a Grizzly first down again.
1st and goal for the Grizzlies here. They got a chance to take a 2-score lead early in the first quarter.
What an early statement that would be. Again, it is early. This Hayes team can score with some proficiency, but Northwest to get up 2 touchdowns would be huge. 1st and goal Grizzlies from the 4. More out of the gun. Running backs to either side. This will be Phillips coming right, and LJ again, nowhere to go. Just like at the start of this drive a few plays ago, LJ is bottled up, and that will be a loss, and it was Nutting again on the stop. Don't forget the Grizzlies, Kevin, had a 2-touchdown lead in the first quarter against Bishop Carroll, and we know how that game ended.
We certainly do. This is certainly a good start, but they've got a lot to do yet to finish this off.
Exactly 3 minutes left on the first quarter clock. Northwest leading 7-0. Second and goal for the Grizzlies here from the Hayes 5-yard line. Shotgun for Moore. Jeremiah's back under pressure, rolling out to his left, and the ball is knocked out of his hands. It's on the turf, rolling around, and who's got it? Did Moore fall on it? His helmet got knocked off. It rolled away as well, and Hayes has it, but they're saying third down. Maybe Jeremiah fell on it, and it was taken away after he was down by contact.
Yeah, I think he was down by contact, Steve.
Now, they've put first down up on the sign across the way, and Hayes' offense is coming on the field. There's a penalty marker down as well. So there's a lot to sort out here. Now, Hayes' offense has not come back onto the field yet. And now they're moving the first down marker back up to the 5-yard line. But there's a lot to discuss here. The referee right now is facing the Hayes sideline as if this penalty is against Northwest. Hayes obviously has a big decision right now, and the referee is asking what they want to do, and they need to know their options first. Here's the call.
It's a holding call against Northwest. Microphone on the referee is not working.
So Northwest did indeed recover the fumble. We got that initially, and then the hold against the Grizzlies as well. And the penalty is declined because Hayes will gladly take all the lost yardage after Moore got hit and fumbled the football.
And get the down as well.
That's right. It would be second down and further back, but Hayes would rather have it at third down and goal from the Hayes 22-yard line. So let's see what Steve Martin and the Grizzly offense dial up here on third and goal from the 22.
If you can't get it in, get it close enough for Sauter.
Shotgun. And it's now Chase Glasper at quarterback because Moore had his helmet knocked off. Glasper throws a fade to the end zone. Was it caught? It was. Touchdown Grizzlies to Corey Brown from the sophomore backup quarterback. The first touchdown pass of his career.
You know, I don't know what to say. I'm totally taken by surprise. Glasper came in totally unprepared to play and throws a perfect strike into the corner of the end zone.
Wow, that's what Steve Martin dialed up. Glasper's got to go in because Moore's helmet got knocked off. And let your sophomore quarterback throw a touchdown pass on a fade. How about that? The extra point was blocked. We're going to stay right here. 2:32 left first quarter. Grizzlies 13, Hayes nothing. Kevin, we've not yet got to the keys to the game, which, by the way, are brought to you by Central Auto Repair and Electric, where you can leave your keys with them. Well, they give you a right to work. Central Auto Repair and Electric. Kevin, tonight's keys.
For Hayes, the keys, Kanak and Maroney both have to have big games, and the defense has to stop L.J. Phillips. Well, they've stopped L.J. Phillips, but so far Kanak and Maroney haven't done a whole heck of a lot, and that's why there's a 13-point spread. For Northwest, ball security, and we just had a fun. So that gets critical. Turnovers are deadly, and the trio of Moore, Thompson, and Phillips, they've got to control the game on offense. And defense has to avoid the big play by Kanak and Maroney.
All right, your keys to the game brought to you by Central Auto Repair and Electric, 975 Northwest Street in Wichita. 13-0 Northwest with the lead. And it's interesting, Hayes does not have Kanak back returning kicks now. They do have Maroney, his starting tailback, who picks it up at the 2-yard line. He let it bounce by him, picked it up at the 2, dances across the 10 to the 11, and he's tripped up there. So the Grizzlies special teams get it done, and Hayes will be well inside their own 20 to start this drive. 2:25 to go, first quarter. Northwest 13, Hayes nothing. And that was Corbin Verduzco in on the stop for Northwest on special teams.
Good play by Verduzco and a big mistake by Maroney. to let the ball go by him.
So Hayes backed up at their own 11-yard line. 1st and 10. Ball's on the turf. And the Grizzlies are there. They can't pick it up. Then Maroney drops it. It trickles into the end zone. Defensive touchdown for Northwest. Demazio Sandoval picked up the ball, trickling into the end zone. A scoop and score. And the Grizzlies are up 3 touchdowns.
Wow. Defensive masterpiece play for the Grizzlies.
Well, Kevin, you talked about ball security, and it's Hayes that has the biggest violation in that department now. A fumble on the exchange from quarterback to running back. And I thought Maroney was going to fall on it, and it just trickled out of his hands.
And he should have just fallen on it. Tried to make something out of nothing.
Sandoval picks it up in the end zone for the score, and now Sauter's extra point this time is money. 2:17 to go. What a start for the Grizzlies. Northwest 20 and Hayes nothing. This is Grizzly football presented by Mel Hamilton Food.
Shop online and browse our inventory of quality pre-owned vehicles, cars, trucks, and SUVs. We have them all. Banter Automotive Group, now open at our new location just east of Central and Mays.
Glasper's touchdown pass. We got to remember that for gem of the game.
I just wrote it down.
Well, we were just talking a few moments ago about what an early statement would be for the Grizzlies to go up 2 scores. They did, and a matter of moments later, they just went up 3. 2:17 to go, first quarter, and the score is the Northwest Grizzlies 20 and the Hayes Indians nothing after a fumble offensively for Hayes, recovered in the end zone by the Grizzlies, Demazio Sandoval. Here's the kickoff to Hayes, and this one is going to be returned out near the 30-yard line and across it, and it was returned for Hayes by Malik Ball, who's a sophomore. And speaking of underclassmen, how about Demazio Sandoval, Johnny, on the spot, picking up that loose football in the end zone?
That's a play. Why am I not on here? That's a play he'll remember probably for the rest of his life. Big play in a big game.
The problem for Hayes is they're such a run-oriented team. If this hole gets much deeper, they may have to abandon their strategy and start throwing more. They will here on first down. Kanak throws it out to the near side, and there's not much doing there, as it was Jeremiah Harrison on the stop along with Derek Robinson on just a quick little screen, a gain of 2, 2nd and 8.
And that ball was almost picked off because it was bobbled.
It really was fluttering out to the receiver. Second down, they'll actually say it was a gain of 3, so 7 is needed for the first down for Hayes. From our left to right they go. Late first quarter, Northwest 20, Hayes nothing in a battle of top 10s in Class 5A. Zone read for Kanak. He breaks out of a tackle at the 30. He's loose. He's to the 50. 45-yard line. They'll say he was tripped up actually at the 47, but that's still going to be a big gain and a chance. Transmissions first down. Ben Heidebrecht finally brings him down. 21-yard pickup for Kanak, the quarterback for Hayes, who's quickly back to the line of scrimmage. Shotgun snap. He'll throw a lateral to one of his receivers who wants to throw deep downfield. Has a man. Pass caught 15-yard line. A double pass for Hayes. That's a big gainer, and it was caught by Bryce Salmons, who's listed as a tight end.
And that was a great trick play by the Indians to get the ball deep into the red zone now.
The double pass works for a chance. Transmissions first down, 1st and 10 from the 17, and now a whistle as this play starts, and we're going to have a false start against Hayes. And that was the same man that caught the pass on the previous play, Salmons, the tight end. So he brought them about 30 yards forward and then 5 yards back. 1st and 15.
Defense is being tested here, Steve, in the first quarter.
20-0. Northwest does have the lead, though, as the clock is running, and it's under 40 seconds left in the first quarter. Kanak out of the shotgun. He's back looking right side, throws to the end zone. Pass caught, touchdown. Maroney, the running back, got open somehow on a seam right in the middle of the field, and Hayes has the quick strike.
Someone on the defense missed a coverage assignment on Maroney as he came out of the backfield, and there was nobody near him.
And they will go for two. Shotgun to Kanak, up the middle, stopped at the 1 yard line. He was tripped up and fell, and the Grizzly defense hold. We'll stay right here because there are only 27 seconds left in the first quarter. Northwest 20, Hayes 6, and we're seeing signs of that slugfest we thought we might see now. It's pretty one-sided there for a little bit with the Grizzlies up 3 scores.
A short drive with 2 big plays in it, and the big play is what we've got to stop as the Northwest defense in order to keep control of this game. So they're going to have to clean that up very quickly.
Your opening kickoff, so many things happen so quickly, we don't always have time to get these in.
That's true.
Was brought to you by Jensen Chiropractic, but we want to pat Susan Jensen on the back. She's right across the street from Northwest High School and conducts all sports physicals for just $20. Jensen Chiropractic sponsors your opening kickoff, and they're located just a few doors down from Ziggy's Pizza across the street from Northwest High School. Grizzlies will get Takari Brown and Michael Lopez back deep. And this will be the first kickoff that they have returned tonight. Don't forget, Northwest won the opening toss and deferred. So in addition to being up right now by 2 scores, they will have the football first to start the second half. That's still more than a quarter away, but it's really nice to think about considering the Grizzlies are already up 2 touchdowns. Turnbull is the junior kicker for Hayes, and he's got it teed up and gets this one away, a high end-over-end kick. That's going to be caught by Lopez right up the gut, 20, 25, 30, 35, and tripped up at the 36-yard line, so the Grizzlies will have it there. First down and 10, 64 yards away from the Stroud's end zone. Connor Dreiling is in on the stop for Hayes. Well, this one's coming back. The special teams guilty of a hold.
Penalties can really kill you, especially in a situation like this where you had really relatively decent field position. Now they're back in a hole. That's going to limit their offense.
Of course, the Grizzlies had a big penalty on their first touchdown drive of the game, and it didn't faze Jeremiah Moore, who ended up converting a first down on a long run behind the chains, and then L.J. Phillips nearly took one to the house on the very next play. So it's first and 10 from the 17 for the Grizzlies, and Moore will run a zone read, keep it himself, cuts to the outside across the 20, out to the 25, 26-yard line. He moves like Kyler Murray. He's about the same size as Kyler Murray. There's so many resemblances between those two.
There are, and he deked it out here to the near side, and there just wasn't anything there, so he did the smart thing and stepped out of play.
And he picked up 9 yards, second and 1. Shotgun here for Moore. He tried a little hard count. Now we'll look over to the sideline for the play. Shifting over to the right is Sincere Thompson. Now he looks over to Steve Martin, and Thompson settles in right next to his quarterback, who's out of the shotgun. 3 receivers, slots on the right. Moore's going to keep it around the right side. Dragged down in the backfield. Boy, that was a nice defensive play. Well done for Hayes' Rennie Stoll, one of the outside linebackers. And that'll be a loss on the play, and it'll also take us to the end of the first quarter. Well, the first quarter it was. 26 points were scored, fortunately 20 by the home team. The score after 1, Northwest 20 and Hayes 6. You're listening to Grizzly Football, and it's presented by Mel Hamilton Food.
Shop online and browse our inventory of quality pre-owned vehicles, cars, trucks, and SUVs. We have them all. Banter Automotive Group, now open at our new location just east of Central and Mays.
I take 20-6 every quarter.
Sponsored tonight's opening coin toss. They'll give you the best price on gold, silver, and bullion. Phil's Coins, 9344 West Central in Wichita. We are 1 quarter, speaking of coins, in the books. But
Frenzy's here all week.
Northwest 20, Hayes 6. All right, let's see what the Grizzlies can do after that Jeremiah Moore.
This is really a very big play coming up here.
Yeah, it was second and a yard, and now it's 3rd down and 6. Jeremiah ran for a -5 on the last play. So the Grizzlies from our left to right, 3rd down and 6 from their own 21. Moore out of the gun, going to keep it. He wants to go right up the middle, and he's dropped at the 25-yard line by Gavin Myers. And that will be about 3 yards shy of the 1st down. And the offense staying on the field so far. Don't forget, though, Jeremiah Moore is also the punter, and he's actually fading back now, and I think the Grizzlies will kick this away unless they fake it. Moore is dropping back to punt. And the snap is back to Moore, and he gets this one away. Just the 11th punt for Jeremiah this season. It's off the side of his foot, and this one is going to land well out of bounds, and it's going to go out of bounds in Hayes territory at the 44-yard line. That is just a 19-yard punt for Jeremiah Moore.
Jeremiah does not punt often, and we don't ask him to, and you know, we're not all perfect, but that really was a very weak effort.
Now the defense has to answer. Things will get pretty interesting here. Hand off Maroney on 1st down, started right, comes back left to the near sideline, 35-30, and dragged down at the 29-yard line by Heidebrecht. And if Ben Heidebrecht doesn't make the ankle tackle, Maroney is still running and on into the end zone.
No question, no question. He saved a touchdown on that play.
A chance transmission's 1st down after a gain of 19 yards for Roy Maroney, and it's 1st and 10 for Hayes. Ball spotted at the Grizzly 30-yard line. Hayes from our right to left. Shotgun here for Kanak. He wants to keep it. He runs left. He runs into traffic. He cuts back to the right. He's got room. He's to the edge. He's to the 25. He's to the 20. He's to the 10. He's to the 5. He's to the goal line. Touchdown Hayes. Jared Kanak from 30, starting left, and nothing was there, and he scores a touchdown.
And he scored the touchdown, Steve, without being touched by a yellow jersey.
And doing that, running into all kinds of traffic on the left, but there was nobody home in gold over on the right side, and Kanak recognized that and outran everybody to the end zone for the score, and just like that, it is a one-score game. And now Jack Fields is on for the extra point, and he bangs it through. 10:47 to go, 2nd quarter. Northwest 20, Hayes 13. This is Grizzly football presented by Mel Hamilton Ford.
Central and Mays. Come by or shop online and browse our inventory of quality pre-owned vehicles, cars, trucks, and SUVs. We have them all. Banter Automotive Group, now open at our new location just east of Central and Mays.
Down play, that shifted the whole momentum toward Hayes. Something we need to visit about. Who's back?
Well, after the Grizzlies scored the first 3 touchdowns of the game, the Hayes Indians have answered with 2 of their own. And with 10:47 left on the 2nd quarter clock, it's 20-13 at Northwest with the lead. The Grizzlies have Michael Lopez back deep to retrieve this kick. And Kevin, we were thinking maybe a little cakewalk 10 minutes ago, and all of a sudden, Hayes has punched the Grizzlies in the mouth a couple of times.
I don't mind telling you, I never thought this was a cakewalk, but we should have let him into the game very, very quickly. And that sack of Jeremiah Moore really did it.
Low line drive squib kick picked up by one of the upmen for the Grizzlies. That's Takari Brown. And he's across the 35 out to the 36-yard line, so the Grizzlies will start this drive. An important one in the 2nd quarter, 64 yards away from the Stroud's end zone. 20-13, Northwest with the lead. Here come the Grizzlies, 1st down and 10. Jeremiah Moore, shotgun, 4 receivers for the Grizzlies, 2 to each side, running back to his left. That's L.J. Phillips, 1,500-yard rusher coming into the game. He's already busted one big one here tonight for the Grizzlies, and it ended in the end zone. And he's going to have a handoff faked to him by Moore here. Zone read, Jeremiah up the middle, dancing at midfield, steps out of a tackle, 45-40, 35 and falling to the 30-yard line, moving There's a Grizzly first down on a big run for Jeremiah Moore. 34 yards on the pickup. Finally brought down by Wyatt Crane in the secondary. First and 10 Grizzlies. Moore wasting no time now. Back to the line of scrimmage now. He'll stand up straight and look over to the sideline. And the Grizzlies will catch their breath momentarily. First and 10 from the Hayes 30. Phillips is behind Jeremiah Moore, who's got 4 receivers again, this time 3 of them out to the left side. Handoff Phillips up the middle, and LJ fighting forward, and he'll run into a pile of about 3 in maroon and white. And he'll make his way to the 27-yard line.
It appears that the defense is keying on LJ Phillips and trying to stop him at all costs and leaving the opportunities open for the other 2.
Let's see if Jeremiah can capitalize on that. 2nd and 7, straight keeper here for Moore. Bumped at the 27, falls forward to the 25, and it'll be 3rd down and 5 for the Grizzlies, and we have a whistle for an injury timeout. The injured player is covered up by a bunch of Grizzlies because it's on the near sideline, right in front of Steve Martin.
Now the trainers have come over, but we cannot see the player from here.
It's Ty Adams. Ty Adams is one of their cornerbacks. And this team was banged up at cornerback defensive secondary last week, but then they got a little healthier, and Gavin Myers is back in the secondary now, but they're going to have to go to their depth chart again because Adams is being helped off the field limping.
Yeah, he's kind of hobbling, being assisted by one of the coaches. And that might just be, I mean, he could be hit his head on the carpet, and he's just gotten a little lightheaded as a result of the hit.
Now, J.W. Perry is in as the backup, and it's significant, Kevin, because I've been told that when he was playing as a backup previously, he was picked on pretty well, and he struggled a bit. So it'll be interesting to see if the Grizzlies go at cornerback Perry, who's lined up right now as the corner, over on the near side. 3rd down and 5. You'd also think this is 4-down territory for the Grizzlies.
No question about that.
At the 25-yard line of Hayes. Moore out of the shotgun, both running backs to his right. Jeremiah's going to use them as blockers and run, and he's going to barrel his head down at the 30, then move forward to the 25. Near the 20, he's close to the line again. Rennie Stoll pushes him out of bounds, and Jeremiah picked up about 3, and he'll need 2 more for the first down.
And they're going to go for it, which is no surprise.
4th down and 2. Clock under 9:15 to go. 2nd quarter. Grizzlies leading 20-13. Big 4th down play here. We'll see if Jeremiah starts it with the hard count. Running backs are to his right on 4th and 2. Moore, shotgun. He's going to fake the handoff up the middle. He's got the first down, and Moore at the 10 to the 5. Goal line. Touchdown, Grizzlies.
There is a flag on the play, and I think it's a hold. Illegal formation.
Boy, that is unfortunate because not only did the Grizzlies convert on 4th and 2, they got the end zone on a well-designed play. Hole up the middle, and Jeremiah Moore outshaked and baked everybody to the end zone. Instead, it's 4th and 7 back at the 28-yard line.
And they're going to go for it again here, Steve.
Boy, that could be
that
a
is a
game changer right there.
Could be.
Remember that penalty if this thing is tight down the end and the Grizzlies don't convert here. 4th down and 7 from the 27 of Hayes. The Grizzlies will try it again. Moore out of the shotgun. This time he's back to throw. He's looking. He's flushed out. He throws on the run toward the end zone. And is it caught? It's incomplete. It was chopped at the 6-yard line by Lopez. They say it hit the turf on a pass that was slightly underthrown.
It was underthrown. He was throwing it on the run. He was throwing it on his off foot and couldn't get enough mustard on it to get it down there to Lopez. So the Grizzlies, instead of scoring a touchdown, will turn it over.
Wow, what a turn of events there as the tides have turned in a hurry. So now, 8:57 to go 2nd quarter. It's 20-13 Northwest, and Hayes with a football. If they score their 3rd touchdown of the game here, They could tie the football game. Kanak's out of the shotgun. 3 receivers. Sluts on the right. He wants play action on a pass. He'll throw it over the middle and incomplete. A deep post for Kyrie Strowan, and he just led him a little too much, and it's incomplete. Also good coverage by Derek Robinson.
Robinson made that incompletion. Had he caught the ball, he had 6.
Grizzlies really bid on that play-action fake, but you have to and respect the running game of this Hayes team.
When you got runners like Kanak and Maroney back there, you have to bite on it.
2nd and 10, shotgun. This time it's going to be a zone read. Kanak's going to keep it, breaks out of the tackle at the 30, up to the 35, 36-yard line he goes. Zach Morford had him in his paws and let him go, and then it's going to be a big gainer by Kanak. Actually, that was Caden Ross who let him out of his paws. Nate Carter made the tackle, a gain of 9 yards. 3rd down and a yard for Hayes. From our right to left they go. 8.5 left, 2nd quarter. Grizzlies 20, Hayes 13.
Can we get him for a no-gainer here?
Pistol formation for Kanak. He'll turn around and hand it off. And this is going to be one of the backup running backs with a big hole. Malik Ball. He's at the 50, 45, 40, and falls all the way into Grizzly territory down at the 37-yard line. A 27-yard run before Jeremiah Harris brings him down. That's a Chance Transmissions first down for Hayes.
They needed 1. They got 27 in Grizzly territory. Now the defense has to stiffen up.
And the bad news, Maroney, who got a little breather there, is right back in at tailback on 1st and 10. Kanak hands it off to Maroney up the middle, and he's dragged down, falling forward to the 30 by Jerome Reagan. Jerome Reagan started the game with 32 tackles amongst tops on the team, but Maroney falling forward there, Kevin, actually still picks up about 7-8 yards on the carry.
He does, and this is what we've come to expect from Hayes tonight. We were warned that they move the ball and pick up yards in bunches, and that's exactly what they're doing.
Timeout's been called by Northwest. We'll stay right here, 7:35, 2nd quarter. Northwest 20 and Hayes 13. Boy, we thought this might be a knockdown drag-out, but what a weird way to do that so far with 3 straight touchdowns by Northwest, and now Hayes is knocking on the door of their 3rd straight touchdown.
Yeah, it would be interesting if all of a sudden we're tied at 20 here in the middle of the 2nd quarter, and it's a brand new ball game. But all the momentum right now is with Hayes.
Yeah, after the way this thing started, which was all Grizzlies, but credit Hayes for
Grizzlies have shot themselves in the foot on several plays tonight.
2nd down and 3 here for the Indians. They're at the 30-yard line of Northwest. Again, 20-13. Northwest has the lead. Kanak's got 2 running backs, and this is going to be the one that just ran for 27 a little bit ago. Ball around the left side, not 27 yards this time, but he will make his way to about the 24-yard line. That's a 6-yard gain and a Chance Transmissions first down before Jerome Reagan is able to bring him down.
And again, Hayes moves the chains. Every other play, they're moving the chains as they work their way toward the end zone.
1st and 10 Hayes. And it's going to be Maroney getting the play-action fake, and Kanak now throws it to Maroney out in the flats, and he threw it behind him incomplete. I think it was Zach Morford that was pressuring the quarterback, forcing him to throw it a little sooner than he wanted.
Exactly. Morford's the one that broke that pass up, because Maroney was wide open.
Just ran a little wheel route out into the flats. Now it's 2nd down and 10 for Hayes from the Grizzly 25. Exactly 7 minutes left, 2nd quarter. 20-14, Northwest with a lead. A battle of 2 powers in Class 5A. Shotgun for Kanak. He's going to hand it off to Maroney. Maroney around the right side. He's got the edge. He's got the 15, the 10. Zigzags at the 5. Off of Heidebrecht. Shakes free and finds the end zone touchdown. Well, it started off with speed for Roy Maroney, then he shaked and baked Ben Heidebrecht and got free of him at the 5, and then stepped it forward into the end zone for a touchdown, and we are an extra point away from having a tie game.
Exactly what we did not want.
How about this start tonight for Northwest in a game that's got the eyeballs of people all across the state, as now Jack Fields is blocked. Well, each team has now blocked an extra point, so Northwest has the lead, and it was Reagan that got his paws on it. Timeout on the field, 6:50 to go, second quarter. Northwest 20, Hayes 19. This is Grizzly football presented by Mel Hamilton Ford.
Come by or shop online and browse our inventory of quality pre-owned vehicles, cars, trucks, and SUVs. We have them all. Banter Automotive Group, now open at our new location just east of Central and Mays.
Well, the Hayes Indians have come back with 3 straight touchdowns after Northwest started the game with the first 3. Each team has missed an extra point, but the Grizzlies lead by the score of 20-19. Hayes has actually gone for 2 once and missed it, and then they've made 1 extra point and missed the other. So they have not converted on 2 of the 3 touchdowns, while the Grizzlies have converted on 2, thus the 1-point Northwest lead. Kickoff is going to be caught out at the 15-yard line by Takari Brown, who's met hard at the 24 and dropped right there. That was Jarrett Lyon, a senior on special teams for Hayes, with the stop. 6:44 to go, second quarter, Northwest 20, Hayes 19.
And this is another important possession for the Grizzlies. They have not scored on their last 2 possessions. They need to put points on the board here.
And the way things have turned out, they might all be important all the way down to the very end. Jeremiah Moore, shotgun here, and he's going to hand it off to Sincere Thompson, who's dragged down in the backfield. What a play. And that was Myers again in on the stop. And the linebacker drops Thompson for a loss of a yard or 2.
They had that one sniffed out for sure.
Well, say a 2-yard loss back to the 23-yard line. So second down and 12 for the Grizzlies. Northwest not moving quite as quickly now. You wonder if they want to start thinking about keeping the ball out of the hands of Hayes when they get the football.
A methodical drive would be a good thing.
More shotgun here, 4 receivers, 3 of them out to the left side, but they'll hand it off right up the middle. Phillips breaks out of the tackle. Phillips is loose. Phillips to the 40. Phillips to the 30. Phillips to the 10. Phillips to the house. Touchdown LJ. 77 yards. Out running everybody. And the Grizzlies have a 2-touchdown lead again.
And no flags on the play. A beautiful run. Great blocking up front by the offensive line.
So the Grizzlies watch LJ Phillips take it to the house, and now an extra point here for Hayes for Northwest would give them an 8-point lead, and the kick is good. 5:52 left, second quarter to score. Northwest 27, Hayes 19. This is Grizzly football presented by Mel Hamilton Ford.
At Central and Mays. Come by or shop online and browse our inventory of quality pre-owned vehicles, cars, trucks, and SUVs. We have them all. Banter Automotive Group, now open at our new location just east of Central and Mays.
Well, that was another important possession.
Yep. Well, how about that for the Tides turning? After Hayes rattled off 3 straight touchdowns to pull within a point, LJ Phillips takes one to the house, and just like that, the Grizzlies back up now by 8, 27-19. 5:52 left, second quarter.
I told you that was an important possession, and I meant it. Evidently, Phillips heard me too.
Well, it'll be more important if the Grizzly defense now can get a stop. It's been a while since they've done that to keep Hayes out of the end zone. Sauter to kick it off. And he'll send this one back just inside the 20 to about the 16-yard line. And that's going to be Jordan Dale returning it. Started left, now comes back to the right. Picks up a block. He gets across the 30, 35, flags flying everywhere. We're probably going to have a block in the back or two.
I think we have a clip over here on the near side.
So it looks like it could be good field position for Hayes, but I think they're going to move this one back. There were two different flags thrown from completely opposite sides of the field, and usually you see a block in the back, and Kevin might have spotted a clip. We'll see. Well, both flags are a sideline warning, one of them from all the way over near the Hayes cheerleaders practically.
That makes no sense. There was a
On
foul on that
crew.
play that allowed them to advance the ball another 15 yards.
Who on this crew from all the way over near the Hayes sideline is noticing a sideline warning on the Grizzly sideline?
That makes no sense.
What are they looking at
I don't know.
to see that?
Don't know.
And I'm not saying Northwest was in the right there, but that's a bizarre place to get a flag. 1st and 10 Hayes here. Kanak's going to keep it around the right side. Nice gain, 40-45 into Grizzly territory. To the 47-yard line he goes.
You know those 11.5 yards per carry he's been averaging all year? He just got them again.
That's about exactly what that was for a Chance Transmissions first down. Clock stopped right now. 5:33 left, second quarter. Grizzlies 27, Hayes 19. Out of the shotgun is Kanak. He'll send out two receivers, one to each side, and he's going to hand it off. This is ball started in. Nothing there. Cuts it out to the left. Lot of room. 45-40, 35-30. Breaks out of a tackle at the 25. Breaks out of another one at the 10. And finally dropped it about the 7-yard line. How did he stay on his feet for a Chance Transmissions first down?
Mark Marinelli is going to have a field day at halftime. 4 missed tackles on that one play before Jerome Reagan finally got him down.
That's a linebacker running about 35 yards downfield to finally make the tackle. You're right, though, Kevin. After a few other Grizzlies had a chance.
Yeah, 4 of them missed him.
So it's 1st and goal for Hayes. Ball spotted at the 7-yard line of Northwest. Shotgun here for Kanak. 3 receivers. Slots on the right. Kanak hit by Diaz and dropped after he falls forward for 2. And it'll be second down and goal from the 5. Nice job by Darius. Zach Morford also comes in to help. And it's second down. Hayes trying to answer the L.J. Phillips long touchdown run. Last time Grizzlies had the football, and that didn't take long. It's 27-19 right now. Northwest with a lead. Second and goal from the 5. Kanak, zone read, keeps it himself. Bumped at the 4. Falls down at the 2-yard line.
Caden Ross got him that time.
Caden Ross with the stop, and it's now 3rd and goal. Hayes undoubtedly will not be settling for a field goal here if they don't move too far backwards and don't score. Kanak's got the shotgun snap on 3rd and goal. Right up the gut, touchdown Hayes.
And you know they're going to go for 2.
Kanak just took it and ran right up the middle, and there was nobody to stop him, and so now the extra point will put Hayes within a point as they will just try for the run right here.
That surprises me.
So the extra point attempt by Fields is on its way, and this time it is through. 3:48 left, second quarter. Northwest 27, Hayes 26. This is Grizzly football presented by Mo Hamilton Ford.
Automotive is now open at Central and Mays. Come by or shop online and browse our inventory of quality pre-owned vehicles, cars, trucks, and SUVs. We have them all. Banter Automotive Group, now open at our new location just east of Central and Mays.
The percentage play, in my view, would have been to go for 2. But I'll take a 1-point lead.
Had they converted on the first one? Maybe. 3:48 left, second quarter. Back and forth we go. 27-26, Northwest with a 1-point lead. And Kevin, I'm going to make a prediction right here that the Grizzlies are going to slow things down here and try to get the 2 possessions in a row because they've got the football to start the second half. And with 3:48 left in the second quarter, we know this Grizzly team is capable of moving down and scoring in a hurry. Maybe not the emphasis on doing that here.
I think you're right that a methodical drive is what they need to burn off these last nearly 4 minutes so that they can have back-to-back drives. Of course, they need to score during this 4 minutes as well.
Yeah, I was going to say, we take for granted they're going to score because they do it so often, so easily. First things first, Takari Brown's going to catch this one at the 11 and head forward up the right sideline, and he's going to get dropped across the 25 out of the 26-yard line. So
he got hammered.
15-yard return for Takari. And the Grizzlies will have it 1st and 10 from the 26. Wyatt Waddell on the stop, and that was quite a pop for him.
That was.
All right, so it's 3:42 when this drive starts for the Grizzlies. 75 yards away from the Stroud's end zone. Stroud's the best pan-fried chicken in the state of Kansas, sponsoring Grizzly football. 1st and 10, Jeremiah Moore, 3 receivers, slots on the right. He'll hand it off. And this is going to be Thompson or Phillips, and Phillips bounces to the outside. Not a lot doing. LJ bumped out of bounds at about the 27.
And again, they're keying on Phillips, and they have been the entire first half.
The clock does stop, though, after LJ gained only a yard. 2nd down and 9 from the 26-yard line. Well, we'll say 2nd and 8 from the 27. Jeremiah Moore, 3 receivers again. Slide on the left out of the shotgun on 2nd down and 9. Moore tries the hard count to no avail. Now gets the play over at the sideline. And now surveys the defense, and he's got the shotgun snap. He's going to fake the handoff, coming right into a sea of light, and hit hard behind the line of scrimmage. And that was Myers again, who's having a big night. It's 3rd and long.
Myers just keyed straight on Jeremiah Moore, and when Moore went laterally, Myers had him in his sights.
Well, you talk about keying on people, Kevin. They were also keying on Jeremiah because there were 2 defenders converging right behind Myers. They knew and were ready for Jeremiah carrying the football to the right side of the offensive formation there. So a huge play here early in the game. 3rd down and 12 for the Grizzlies. Under 3 minutes to go, second quarter. Northwest up 27-26. Shotgun for Moore. He's back. Now he's going to run a draw. He's going to surge forward and run into traffic and get dropped at the 28. And the Grizzlies don't take much time off at all. It's a 3 and out. Northwest will be punting the football away.
The draw play did not fool Hayes one bit. They all stayed home waiting for it. And as soon as he took off forward, they converged. 4 guys converged on him.
Moore, don't forget, did not get off a very good punt his last time either. It was at a similar part of the field, and it did not get into Hayes' territory.
Threw it over his head.
Oh, the Grizzlies got a big break there. The snap went 3 feet over Jeremiah Moore's head, but there was an illegal procedure call. So it's a dead ball. That's the biggest break on a horrible snap you'll ever see.
You're right, because the ball ended up in the end zone. The ball was laying in the end zone when he picked it up. So, yeah, that could have been very easily a special teams touchdown.
It does back the line of scrimmage up to the 23-yard line. Moore gets this one away, and he does almost the exact same thing. Not a good punt for Jeremiah. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line. That's a 20-yard punt, and Hayes will have it with a chance to take the lead.
Good field position for the Indians here, and plenty of time on the clock with 2:06 remaining in the first half for Hayes to mount a drive and maybe take a lead into halftime. This is not what the Grizzlies wanted to do at all.
Hayes also has all 3 of their timeouts remaining. So Kanak, 1st and 10, shotgun back. He's going to throw it to Maroney on a little wheel route. Incomplete. Threw it down at his feet. It's 2nd down.
A lot of pressure on Kanak that time, put on by the Grizzlies. Sandoval forced a hurried throw, and the throw ended up behind Maroney.
Almost like a jailbreak blitz. Looked like the Grizzlies threw at Kanak. 2nd down, 10. Handoff Maroney up the middle. Flag comes flying in. This one's probably coming back for a hold. Zach Morford is on the turf, and he usually only gets there if he's held. Parker Bellinger, a senior offensive lineman, guilty of the hold, and now they move it back.
And that's a break for Northwest.
So both teams now faltering with their offenses here late in the first half, with Northwest leading by a point. The clock will start again. It's under a minute 50 to go. Second quarter. Northwest leading by a point. It's 27-26. Second down and 21 for Hayes. Kanak, zone read, fakes the handoff, coming right, look out. Breaks out of a tackle at the 45. He's off to the races. He'll win this race to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown Hayes. Jaron Kanak from 54 yards, and Hayes has the lead for the first time tonight. Well, that is a tough break after they were in long yardage situation, well behind the chains, but Hayes has been doing that all season long. And now the extra point. 32-27 Hayes, but Kevin, Northwest still has plenty of time.
Plenty of time. They need to fix a few things at halftime now.
Fields' extra point is good. We'll take the timeout at $1:32 left, second quarter. Hayes 33, Northwest 27. This is Grizzly football presented by Mel Hamilton Ford.
Going deep.
A minute 32 left here in the second quarter, and for the first time tonight, the Hayes Indians have the lead. They have outscored the Grizzlies 33-7 since Northwest jumped out to a 20-0 lead. It's Hayes 33 and Northwest 27 as the Grizzlies now will kick the football off, or excuse me, the Indians will kick the football off. Jeremiah Moore, interestingly enough, is back deep for Northwest, and he's going to pick up this bouncing ball off the turf and come up the middle, now move left across the 25-30, 31-yard line. Kevin, there's a ton of time for the Grizzly offense, all three timeouts, and 86 seconds on the clock.
Minute and a half is a ton of time for this offense. As you know, it's a big play offense. Now a big play would be good.
And again, Northwest gets the football to start the second half. First and 10 Grizzlies here, 70 yards away from the Stroud's end zone. More handoff Phillips. LJ moving left, bumped out, and then dropped at the 30-yard line, maybe the 29. They'll say the 30, no gain. Well defended for Hayes, and that was Connor Darling on the stop.
Hayes did a great job of stringing that play out, and Phillips could do nothing but run laterally.
Second and 10 Northwest, clock still running, exactly 1 minute to go, second quarter. Second down and 10, Grizzlies down by 6. Moore out of the shotgun, 4 receivers, 2 to each side. Running back is Phillips, and now he's in motion, and it's going to be Jeremiah Moore running the option, looking for a block that he will not get. Good defense by Hayes. Jeremiah Moore stopped, and the man who dropped him falls to the ground. That's Remy Stoll, who tackled Moore and then fell down to the turf.
And Stoll is hurt. They've stopped the clock for the injury.
Jeremiah was moving forward with a full head of steam, and Stoll did a good job of wrapping up, but it looks like maybe he's cramped up.
Yeah, it looks like a leg cramp.
Yeah. I want to thank some of our sponsors who bring you Grizzly football all season long, including Jose Garcia at the 21st Avenue Barber Shop. $10 haircuts at 21st and Tyler. Ask for Jose Garcia. Tell him you heard about it on Grizzly Radio. He's a Grizzly alum, big Grizzly supporter. 21st Avenue Barber Shop, Jose Garcia. Stop by, $10 haircuts for you Grizzly fans. Just let him know you heard about it here on Grizzly Radio. Stoll is up, walking off now under his own power. Looks like he probably did cramp up.
Yeah, he seems to be okay, and I'm sure that he'll probably spend the rest of the half on the bench.
In the meantime, it was a loss of 2 yards for Jeremiah Moore. It's 3rd and 12 and only 42 seconds left in the half. So
we just did this.
Grizzlies will need to be throwing it here, one would think. Shotgun for Moore. 4 receivers. He's going to drop back, throws, near side, underthrown again. That's the second time tonight. He's drastically underthrown a receiver. This time to Kari Brown, and it's 4th down.
And we'll be punting again. There's no way from this position on the field they're going to risk turning it over on downs.
And this is scary. Hayes is going to have the ball, you would think, with good field position. 2 timeouts left.
And a lot of time.
Their last drive was only 1 play. So now there's time for them. Much better kick for Jeremiah. This one's going to land outside the 40, but take a Grizzly bounce and roll inside the 35 and get dropped dead at the 29-yard line. What a job by Jeremiah there. That is actually a big play in this game.
It is. It's a great defensive play because it pushes Hayes back, and with only 24 seconds, first of all, it burned time off. And secondly, with only 24 seconds to work with now, Hayes is going to have a much more difficult time getting another score before halftime.
That's a 44-yard punt for Jeremiah. I'm going to venture to guess that's a season high. He was averaging 31 per kick coming into the game, and he had 2 of them for around 20 already in this half.
I think that is a season high for him.
1st and 10 Hayes from their own 29-yard line. Northwest trailing 33-27. Shotgun for Kranick. He's going to hand it off to Maroney. Thrown down by Reagan out at the 35-yard line, and Hayes with no urgency now. Credit Jeremiah Moore. The field position changer is probably what changed Hayes' attitude here.
And they probably aren't going to run another play here, Steve.
They are taking it to the house. Well, what a first half it was. All Grizzlies early as they scored the first 20. Then they get outscored 33-7 after that. Fasten your seatbelts. It should be a fun second half. Right now, it's time for our Grizzly halftime show with this score. Hayes 33, Northwest 27. You're listening to Grizzly Football presented by Mel Hambleton Ford.
Come by or shop online and browse our inventory of quality pre-owned vehicles, cars, trucks, and SUVs. We have them all. Banter Automotive Group, now open at our new location just east of Central and Mays.
Some people would probably want it the whole game that way.
Don't do the thing with the kids while we're muted. Oh, you're not going to mute us when we're on the air again. We're on now.
Welcome back to Grizzly Stadium, and it is time now for our Hog Wild Pit Barbecue halftime show. Hog Wild at the corner of 21st and Tyler. Don't be late. We close at 8. And our thanks to Bingo Brashears and the folks at Hog Wild at 21st and Tyler, big supporters of all Grizzly athletics. They sponsor your Grizzly halftime show. Steve Strait and Kevin Arkin with you on a Friday night. And Kevin, we knew this would be a great game, or at least all the makings of it. So far it's been, but a strange first half for Northwest to jump out 20-0 and throw 3 quick haymakers, and then for Hayes to come battling back with 3 of their own and then score a couple more times after that. Northwest scored once after that, so here we are, 33-27, but I think this has the makings of an incredible second half we're in store for.
You know, we could end up with both teams in the 60s the way things are going tonight. Both teams the offense is pretty much moving at will, especially Hayes, because we've done nothing to stop Hayes offensively. You know, Northwest has had to punt twice. You know, nobody is even close on the Hayes side to thinking in terms of punting anymore because they're able to move the ball so quickly. So the challenge to me is going to be on the Northwest side. They have got to control the football. And as much as we love the big play offense, and, you know, LJ getting 77 yards for a touchdown, that does not help our defense because it puts the defense on the field sooner, keeps them out there longer against an offense just like our own.
And we saw the quick strike ability of Hayes in their final touchdown in the first half. It was a one-play drive, and their outstanding athletic quarterback, Jaron Kanak, ran left and then took it around to the right side and just beat everybody to the end zone. And next thing you know, Hayes has a 6-point lead where they are now. And boy, Capon and Bishop Carroll in what was the marquee game in the state a couple of weeks ago just had a knockdown drag-out that went right down to the wire. Well, a lot of eyeballs again in the state of Kansas on this Class 5A game, and I think this one could very well have a similar type ending.
I was just going to say the same thing. This has all the makings of who gets the ball last wins the game.
All right, before we move any further, Kevin, I know you've got some folks who you want to recognize for their hard work and their efforts on this Friday night. Why don't you go ahead and take it away with that?
Well, I'm going to do that, and I'm going to give some credit to Shane Monroe and his audio-visual class kids who are here tonight. You know, they handle all, if you're watching this on the web, they're handling all the production on the web entirely on their own. Mr. Monroe is out of town tonight, so he's not even here. And they're being led tonight by their executive producer, Jonathan Shue, who's doing a great job over here to my right. Up on the roof, we've got two great kids running camera up there. Sloan Barnes and Nico Fields are running both of the cameras up there, and they've given you some great pictures if you're watching it on the web. And we want to recognize those kids for their effort. They're working hard. I know they're going to get some kudos for this in their class with Mr. Monroe, because this is part of what that class is all about. But, you know, they talk about activities being, an extension of the classroom. And this is another example of just that. These kids are in here learning. They're having fun, because we're all having fun doing what we're doing. But they are having fun and learning all at the same time. I want to recognize them for it.
And I'll tell you what, I don't know about you, but when my teacher was gone, usually I was in the principal's office the next day. So
I can believe that.
Yeah, kudos to them for coming here on a Friday night with the teacher out of town. Halftime again, our Hog Wild Pit Barbecue halftime. The score is Hayes 33, Northwest 27. We're going to take a timeout. When we come back, we'll talk about our good friends at Mel Hambleton Ford, our presenting sponsor of Grizzly football. Always a lot going on there as we approach the holidays, so stay tuned for that. Once again, it's Hayes 33, Northwest 27 at the Hog Wild Pit Barbecue halftime show. This is Grizzly football presented by Mel Hambleton Ford. Chris, you are the man. You're totally the man.
It's on me. I still don't hear him very well.
Say it again. I can't hear you. Just say it again. Okay. Welcome back to our Hog Wild Pit Barbecue halftime show, where the score is the Hayes Indians 33, the Northwest Grizzlies 27, in a big-time battle of two Class 5A powers in the state of Kansas. Hayes is a team that had been number one on the western side of the bracket for much of the season. They came into this game with a 6-1 record. The Grizzlies at 5-2, and Hayes creeping up the top 10 in the entire state in terms of the rankings. But they were number one on that western side of the bracket. And boy, we talked about what a big game this is, Kevin, and how much attention it's gotten across the state. But also, we've got to remember how big this game is in terms of how it can affect how many games these two teams might play at home during the playoffs, the quality of team they might play the first couple of weeks in the playoffs. So from that standpoint, and seeding a lot also riding on the line here tonight. It
is, and thinking back to Coach Martin talking about playoff scenarios during the pregame show, Grizzlies can finish anywhere between 4th and 10th. And a lot of it, all of it, could be based on what happens here tonight. If the Grizzlies don't come back, and Hayes hangs on to win this, we can see ourselves not playing at home, playing the entire thing on the road. We're a 10 seed. We're going to play the whole thing on the road. And, we have not played a road playoff game in 5 years. They've all been here because we've always had the number one seed.
Remarkable.
So for all that time. Well, that's not going to happen this year. We knew that. And we knew that week one. Because after the game was over week one, I remember somebody in this conversation saying that the biggest effect of this game, of the Carroll game, of losing the Carroll game, was losing home field advantage. And we've done that.
And 2 weeks later, the Grizzlies went out, lost again at Capon, and then you knew they'd have a big uphill battle to climb, and they have, as they've not lost since. But tonight, again, it's going to be a good heavyweight battle that could go right down to the wire.
And I'm wondering, and I don't know if this is right to wonder this or not, but I'm going to say it anyway. I'm wondering if playing the last 3 games that we played arguably weaker opponents when we played South and Southeast, etc. And I'm wondering if playing those teams before playing this one might have softened us up a little bit on defense, or softened us up a little bit on defense so that we're not as sharp. Now, Coach Martin said to me that they had great practice week, that the kids were very focused. They realized that they were playing a upper-level team here tonight in a game that had a lot of playoff implications, so that they were attentive in practice, they worked hard in practice, and they were extra sharp in practice. But that's not game day play. And they've made some mistakes here tonight, and, quite frankly, if it hadn't been for a penalty flag, there'd be another 6 points on the board for Hayes with that punt snap that went over Jeremiah Moore's head and ended up in the end zone. So we're really lucky that we're only down by 6 points.
And Hayes maybe doesn't score after that penalty on Northwest as well, because then the Grizzlies have a touchdown and they're kicking it off,
right,
which is a different perspective field position-wise. But
and those are a lot of ifs. But those are things you got to consider. Mistakes are critical. And how about that play on 4th down when we scored and it was called back by penalty?
Yeah.
Was that big?
And there will be more big plays to come for certain, with the score 33-27, Hayes with the lead at the Hog Wild Pit Barbecue halftime show. Hey, we want to say a special thanks, as we always do, to our friends at Mel Hamilton Ford. Mel Hamilton Ford, the presenting sponsor of Grizzly football, and right now they're really wanting to show off a beautiful F-150. If you want more information about that, just go to their Facebook page, which is simple. It's Mel Hamilton Ford. for information on the all-new Ford F-150. Mel Hamilton Ford, as we know, huge sponsors of Grizzly Athletics and high school football in general. It's not just Northwest, even though Lisa Hamilton is partially Northwest. And Kevin, I know you had a soccer experience with Mel Hamilton Ford you want to share.
Well, this kind of goes back. This goes back to my days when I worked for a school across town called Cape and Mount Carmel, and I was broadcasting a soccer game here at Northwest, and I was over on the soccer field on the upper level of what they call the Marriott. Pardon me one moment. I did not know this was coming, but all of a sudden, in flies a helicopter, and the helicopter hovers over the center spot on the soccer field and just hovers there for a minute. And of course the crowd is going crazy, cheering because there's a helicopter up there. And all of a sudden, here comes the game ball out of the cockpit of the helicopter, and it bounces on the center spot, and that's how they delivered the game ball to the soccer game. And Lisa also very supportive of soccer in particular. Every year sends an ice cream truck over to give ice cream to the patrons there watching the game as a special treat. Everybody is so grateful to everything that Lisa Hamilton and Phil and everybody over there have done for Northwest High School.
Lisa has told me many times about the helicopter and how you can tell how proud she was of making something like that happen. And, it's not just about Mel Hamilton Ford, but she does that to give the kids something they'll remember.
Exactly.
Who wouldn't remember as a high school kid, whether you're a player on the field or in the stands, seeing a helicopter fly over and drop the game ball?
And I saved that game forever. Just for that one scene. And I was the most surprised person in the building. I really was. But it was great.
Jose Garcia at the 21st Avenue Barbershop does $10 haircuts. Just mentioned to him, you heard about him on Grizzly Radio. 21st Avenue Barbershop, 21st and Tyler. $10 haircuts. We want to thank Jose Garcia. Also want to thanks to our friend Christopher Daniels at Christopher Daniels Watch and Jewelry Repair. At the end of the game, we'll have our gem of the game brought to you by Christopher Daniels Watch and Jewelry Repair. Phil's Coins sponsors your coin toss. 9334 West Central. To get the best price on gold, silver, and bullion, Phil's Coins is the place for that. All right, we'll take a time out on our Hog Wild Barbecue halftime show. When we come back, we'll have Kevin's keys to the second half and get it rolling once again. Hayes 33, Northwest 27. This is Grizzly Football presented by Mel Hamilton Ford. Do they seem louder tonight? This is just irritating.
I don't know why, but they do sound louder.
This is just...
They can barely hear us on the live stream because the band is so loud.
I think we need to shut the windows and just crowd them.
I don't know if I can shut this one. Okay, that's enough.
We'll just keep that off. Yeah, we'll just keep that down. Okay. Man, I can't hear.
It's still just as loud.
Mine is just a little better. It's like we're in the band, not in front of them. It's like they're all around us.
Well, and it's just a drum session. It's a drum band. And I have no problem with it. That's what high school is about.
It is.
I just wish I could hear the program.
I just wish I could hear the,
I can't hear the program and I can't hear
Chris, yeah.
Thank you.
Can't hear you or me.
Barely hear you.
Chris, have you been able to hear us all night over the band? He can't hear me. He hears the band too.
I think not.
He's like, huh? Gonna get you some keys coming back.
Okay. Well, it's going to be simple.
Welcome back to Grizzly Stadium as our Hog Wild Pit Barbecue show at halftime winds down. Don't forget, there's still time to stop by HTO right in front of the Northwest campus before they close. Grab a flavor tea or a snack at HTO right in front of the Northwest campus as we wrap up our Hog Wild Pit Barbecue halftime show. And as we do, it's time now for Kevin's keys to the second half, brought to you by Central Auto Repair and Electric. Kevin, your thoughts?
Well, first of all, for Hayes, it's pretty simple. They've got the momentum, which they got, early in the second quarter, and they've had it the entire second quarter. Keep doing what you're doing, because what they're doing is working. Methodically move the ball downfield, move the chains every other play, and they're going to be fine. Now for Northwest, they have got, first of all, they got to protect the ball. They've had one turnover, they almost had two. They've got to protect the ball, and they've got to generate the offense. L.J. Phillips needs to get on track here in the second half, or we have no chance.
All right, your keys to the second half brought to you by Central Auto Repair and Electric, where you can leave your keys with them while they give you a ride to work. Central Auto Repair and Electric, 975 Northwest Street in Wichita. Your second half kickoff is coming up momentarily. It's brought to you by Jensen Chiropractic, where Susan Jensen will do sports physicals for just $20. Jensen Chiropractic right across from Northwest High School, across 13th Street, a couple doors down from Ziggy's Pizza. Susan Jensen Chiropractic sponsors your second half kickoff. I might need to go to an ear doctor tomorrow.
Is that right?
I'm not sure how those things are going to be ringing like crazy.
Well, that's high school sports, my friend.
Yes, it is. Huh?
I'll tell your friends he's here all week.
I might be getting old. I don't know. All right, Grizzlies will get the football first. Don't forget they won the opening coin toss, and for one of the rare times this season, it was a staple the last couple years, but rare this season that Steve Martin won the opening coin toss and deferred, but he did, and so Northwest will get the football first. What a big decision that turned out to be, because the Grizzlies need the ball first, and they really need a score to set the tone.
They need to score on this possession,
because they have not been able to stop Hayes much here in the game. I can see, but I can't hear. All right, Grizzlies will drop back deep. Once again, Jeremiah Moore. So Moore has gone in to return kicks for Northwest, and the kick is away, and it's going to be caught by Moore at about the 6-yard line. He'll head straight up the field across the 15, 20, 25, makes a move at the 30, and now he falls down at the 40, and the ball pops out of his hands, and it's loose on the turf, and it's picked up by Hayes. And what a disastrous start to the half for Northwest. Jeremiah Moore fumbles the opening kickoff. I actually wish I could see it again. It looked like he might have been down, but they say it's a fumble, and how about that to start the second half?
That's a terrible start, obviously, for the Grizzlies here in the second half to have to cough the ball up. Ball security is so important, and it just negates a beautiful run by Jeremiah Moore.
All right, so Hayes now, 1st and 10 from the 41-yard line of Northwest to start the second half, and so much for deferring and get the ball to start the second half. Kanex got it, hands it off, now nope, he's going to fake the handoff and throw it out to the left side. Pass is going to be caught inside the 30, and the receiver dragged down at the 25-yard line. And on the catch for Hayes, that was Kyrus Goen, and he's brought down by Derek Robinson. But to start the third quarter, that looks like it's a chance transmission's first down, although the officials are discussing something out at the 25-yard line. I'm not sure what that's all about, but they will move the chains. Chance transmissions. South Seneca, stop by C. Dave if you need work on your transmissions. That's the place to go. Supporters of high school football here in Wichita. First down and 10, handoff Maroney. Coming right, he's dropped to the backfield. Grizzlies got there in a hurry. And the first man there was Nate Carter. Boy, the Grizzlies needed a big defensive play there, and they got it.
They sure did. Threw him for a nice 40-yard loss.
So it's now a loss of 5 yards, second down and 15. Back at the 30-yard line. Kanak shotgun, and this is going to be a handoff and a delayed draw. This one's going nowhere either. Reagan is there, and he got help from Carter. Those two bring down the ball carrier for a loss, and now the Grizzly defense starting to get involved. It's third and very long.
Got to hold them on this play. Although they might make this 2-down territory, even though it is third and
17. Yeah, you're really in that gray area if you are in fourth down, so that's 2 plays later. First, we'll see what Kanak does here. He's going to run in reverse. He's going to toss it around the near side to Kyrie Groen, and Groen's got blockers and room inside the 20, inside the 15 to the 10. They needed 17, Kevin, and they got about 5 more than that for a 22-yard pickup and a chance transmission's first down. Dontrell Harris in the secondary finally brings him down.
Excellently run play, a perfect trick reverse by Hayes. Caught everybody flat-footed. Everybody expected Kanak to take the ball and run it up the middle, and all he did was turn around and hand it off.
So it's now first down and goal for Hayes from the 9. Kanak, play action, rolling, dropping, throwing right side, pass caught. That's Maroney at the goal line, touchdown. A touchdown on a play action fake to the running back, Roy Maroney, and Hayes is now up 2 touchdowns. Well, the defense really did on the play action, Kevin, and Maroney, who's a good ball catching running back, came out of the backfield and he was not covered up.
And they drove this thing 46 yards in just 4 plays.
After the Jeremiah Moore fumble to start the second half. And now Jack Fields bangs through the extra point. 9:55 to go, third quarter. It's Hayes 40, Northwest 27. This is Grizzly football presented by Mel Hamilton Ford.
Open at Central and Mays. Come by or shop online and browse our inventory of quality pre-owned vehicles, cars, trucks, and SUVs. We have them all. Banter Automotive Group, now open at our new location just east of Central and Mays.
.55 left, third quarter. And boy, do the Grizzlies have some work to do now. There's plenty of time, but they've been outscored 40-7 since they led 20-0. And it's 40-27, Hayes with the lead.
And instead of the game being tied, which is what we were expecting, after the Grizzlies got the opening kickoff, that they would come up and tie it, all of a sudden we're down 2 scores.
Short kickoff up to the 25-yard line. That's Michael Lopez, and he's going to make his way to the 38-yard line and get dropped by Gavin Myers, who's making a tackle on about every other play tonight, it seems. Special teams there. He's had several tackles from his linebacker position. So the Grizzlies will start at 62 yards away from the Strouds end zone. 9:49 to go, third quarter. Hayes 40 at Northwest 27.
Good field position, time to make something happen.
3 receivers for Jeremiah Moore. He's going to run the zone read. He's going to throw a little swing pass out to Michael Lopez. Breaks the tackle at the 40, out to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough to move the chains. That's a Grizzly first down.
Great start to the drive and a nice play.
Well, hold on. We've got a flag. This one's coming back.
Oh, my goodness.
I think that was Takari Brown.
It was.
The block in the back. And penalties really biting this team, and we've touched on it before, Kevin, in some of these blowouts. The Grizzlies were not crisp even in some of those lopsided games, and we've said you can afford to do that against some teams in the City League, but you can't once you get out of the City League, and they're happening tonight.
You can't do it against a team like this.
So it's now 1st and 18 for the Grizzlies from their own 30. Handoff to L.J. Phillips up the middle, and he is stacked up. That's actually Thompson. It doesn't matter, and guess who's there again? Again, it's Gavin Myers there on the stop.
And Gavin Myers had 2 guys helping him. They're keying in on our running game. There's no question.
And somebody's down for Northwest as well, one of their linemen at the 31-yard line. That's their sophomore center, Nathan Davis, who's laying. And things just going from bad to worse for the Grizzlies as this game wears on. Davis is lying flat down, and he's kicking his legs.
He is in much pain. He is in real pain. This could be serious.
And that's the anchor of your offensive line, which is so important for this team, the way they run their offense. Centers always are, but when you have all of the running that this team does in the shotgun, your center is so critical. And Nathan Davis is down on the turf right now for Northwest, and the Grizzlies have in fact come over to the sidelines to talk. This one might take a few minutes. We'll take a timeout. 9:11 left here in the third quarter, and the score is Hayes 40, Northwest 27. This is Grizzly football presented by Mel Hamilton Ford.
Banter Automotive is now open at Central and Mays. Come by or shop online and browse our inventory of quality pre-owned vehicles, cars, trucks, and SUVs. We have them all. Banter Automotive Group, now open at our new location just east of Central and Mays.
Being helped off the field with the assistance of the Grizzly trainer and one of his teammates, and it looks like he's keeping his left foot elevated, and hopefully that is not something that will keep him out for very long.
Well, they will do it's taking two guys to get into a bench, the trainer's bench. We'll keep an eye on it and see if we can figure out what's happening with that.
In the meantime, 2nd and 18. They've started the clock again, under 9 minutes to go, third quarter. 40-27, Hayes with the lead. Jeremiah Moore out of the shotgun runs a play action, throws out to the near side. Lopez is there. Lopez has it out at the 39, a gain of 9, so they get half of it back, and now they need 9 more to convert the first down.
And this is a big first down for them to convert. They do not want to have to punt.
Ball at the 39-yard line of Northwest. Jeremiah Moore out of the shotgun. 3 receivers. Slots to the left side. 1 running back. That's Sincere Thompson to his right. L.J. Phillips lined up as the H-back over on the left side. And now Thompson switches to the left side of his quarterback. And Jeremiah now gets the shotgun snap, and it goes over his shoulder. He picks it up off the bounce, throws it on the run, and it's caught. It's caught by Phillips. 45-40, and L.J. dropped at the 35-yard line. A big first down for the Grizzlies, and the chains move.
They need to put that broken play into the playbook. That's their best play of the night.
1st and 10 Grizzlies now. Moore quickly working shotgun. He'll hand it off to Phillips, coming right inside the 40, and spilled at the 38-yard line. And that'll bring up 2nd down and long. Rennie Stowe, who got hurt late in the first half, he's better. He was in on the stop. I'll say no gain for LJ, so 2nd down. Well, they'll say lost one now. 2nd and 11 as they spot the ball back at the 38-yard line of Hayes. So the Grizzlies 38 yards away from the Stroud's end zone on 2nd down and 12. Shotgun here for Jeremiah Moore. 2 receivers out to the right. He's back. He's looking that way. And now he's going to throw on the run deep down the sideline. Has a man open and overthrown him complete. Oh, Lopez was wide open at the 5, and Jeremiah overshot him.
Lopez catches the ball at 6 points. That's a shame.
Jeremiah Moore had badly underthrown a couple of passes earlier in the game, including one to Lopez at about the 5-yard line on the other side of the field. So perhaps some overcompensation there for the short passes. And that one was too long, and now it's 3rd down and 11 for the Grizzlies. They'll be going forward on 4th down, assuming they don't get too far backward here on this play, you would think. Down by 13 points. Shotgun for Moore. 2 receivers out to the left, couple to the right. He's now rolling to the right. Now he pump fakes and he runs with it up the middle. Now back to the left. 35-30. 25, makes a move there. Here comes a flag at the 20. This one's coming back. It's raining flags now, as it looks like there'll be a hold with Locke in the back.
He gained 17 yards on the play, splitting 2 defenders as he crossed the line of scrimmage, and it's a shame that it's all going to come back.
And it might have been Takari Brown again. It was one of those receivers downfield.
I think it was.
And the penalties for Northwest really becoming costly tonight.
They're killing us. Fortunately, it's from the spot of the foul, so it'll still be third down and manageable.
Yeah, they still gained yardage because it's 10 yards from the spot of the foul, so it's just third down and 4 from the 30. You're exactly right, Kevin. Better than back near the line of scrimmage.
Could be a lot worse. But it shouldn't have happened at all.
3 receivers out to the near side, 1 to the far. On third down and 4 for the Grizzlies. Option toss, right side, Sincere Thompson. Thompson has some space inside the 30, spilled at the 26, and that might be enough to move the chains. We'll see where they spot the football. They needed the 26, and the line to gain at the 26 was achieved by Sincere Thompson. Just barely, that's a first down. What a big one it was.
That is a big first down. Gives them some downs to work with here.
Clock running, 6:10 to go, third quarter, 40-27. Hayes with a lead, but Northwest on the move. Shotgun for Jeremiah Moore, up the middle. Big hole closes in a hurry, and Moore is going to be dropped at about the 23-yard line. And that'll bring up second down. Gavin Nutting, the senior defensive tackle, was in on the stop. Grizzlies led 20-0 in this game in the first quarter. Now they trail 40-27. Shotgun for Moore and whistles at the snap of the ball. And we've got a false start on Northwest. Well, and that's to be expected. That's Connor Armstrong, but he's the backup center. He just came in for Nathan Davis, so a guy that's not probably gotten a ton of snaps except in mop-up time, guilty of the violation.
And that puts the Grizzlies in a second and long situation.
And the line of scrimmage is back at the 27-yard line. Moore out of the shotgun. 2 running backs are to his left. And he's going to hand it to one of those, Sincere Thompson, with a hole behind right guard. 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown Grizzlies. Sincere Thompson, the sophomore, to the end zone. And just like that, the Grizzlies are down 7.
Grizzlies have gotten their scores on big plays all night long. Long runs or long passes, or the defensive score.
Now Braden Sauter on to attempt the extra point. Moore is the holder, and the kick is on its way and through. 5:15 left. Third quarter, the new score, Hayes 40, Northwest 34. This is Grizzly football presented by Mel Hamilton Ford.
Automotive is now open at Central and Mays. Come by or shop online and browse our inventory of quality pre-owned vehicles, cars, trucks, and SUVs. We have them all. Banter Automotive Group, now open at our new location just east of Central and Mays.
The back and forth continuing after Hayes picked up another touchdown. The Grizzlies have answered. Kevin, you mentioned in the half that we might see a game where both teams are in the 60s. Still very, very likely. 5:15 left, third quarter, 40-34. Hayes with the lead. They're about to get the football back.
Already have 74 points on the board.
Sauter to kick it off, and this is going to be a high, short kick that's going to be caught and fair caught. One of the up men at the 40-yard line, and that's Evan Lind who makes the catch. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Hayes from our right to left at their own 40.
I think they were trying to fool Hayes there, and it just didn't work. They were up to it. This is a well-coached team, this Hayes Indians bunch.
Yeah, they are.
We have not surprised them with anything tonight.
And not seen many penalties from them, unlike the Grizzlies. Not that the Grizzlies aren't well coached, we know they are, but this Hayes team has made fewer mistakes tonight than have the Grizzlies.
No question about that.
1st and 10 from their own 40. Shotgun here for Kanak, and he's going to get the shotgun snap, and he's going to hand it off, and the Grizzlies on the run left read this one well. We didn't see much of Malik Ball in the first half until late in the half. He's carried the ball more than Maloney has, and the Grizzlies read that one well, a gain of a yard before Caden Ross brings him down. It's 2nd and 9. 4:45 left third quarter, 40-34, Northwest trailing Hayes. Jaron Kanak out of the shotgun, heading to Clemson, where he's going to play linebacker. Starting quarterback for the Indians here on 2nd down and 9. Draw play handoff up the middle, and once again the Grizzly defense responds. It'll be 3rd and long after a gain of maybe another yard, and that's all. That was Ball on the carry, and he's hurt as he has fallen down to the turf, and that's big because he has come up with some big plays, but Jerome Reagan brought him down, and now Ball is down on the turf.
I'm going to make an observation, if I may, and that is the Grizzlies have gone to a 4-man front here in the second half on defense, and I think that they're doing that to stop up the run a little bit more, and so far it's been effective.
Very interesting, Kevin, and also an observation a little more obvious than your astute eye, but the second injury we've had in the last few minutes, this thing's starting to get a little more physical now.
It is a very physical contest, and it has been all night. It's just nobody's gotten hurt.
4:19 left in the third quarter. Playoffs begin next week. We want to thank Joaquin Family and Cosmetic Dentistry for sponsoring Grizzly football at the corner of Central and Woodchuck. Central Auto Repair and Electric, 975 Northwest Street. Kansas Vacuum Center sponsors Put It in the Bag Cleaners play of the game. Stay tuned for that after the game. We don't know what our Put It in the Bag play will be, Kevin. We've got a lot of football left, it would seem.
That we do. Zach Mulford's over there trying to get this team fired up.
Big play here. 3rd and 9 Hayes from their own 41. Kanak out of the shotgun, back to pass, throws across the middle, and it's nearly picked off. The only man in the zip code was Darius Diaz, and he nearly made a diving interception.
And he had to, Kanak had to unload that ball in a hurry because bearing down on him was Damasio Sandoval, and if he had hung onto the ball any longer, he would have been decked.
What a stop for the Grizzly defense. After the touchdown, they're going to get the football back with a chance now to take the lead. Hayes will punt the football away, and it's a high, very short punt. And it's going to take a Grizzly bounce on top of that to the 48-yard line. That is an 11-yard punt, and the Grizzlies will have it near midfield.
Now they need to go for the jugular. They got a big break on a horrible punt. Great field position. They need to run this one in. Get the lead back.
52 yards away from the Stroud's end zone. Stroud's sponsors Grizzly football with the best pan-fried chicken in the state of Kansas. 1st and 10 here for Northwest. Jeremiah Moore, zone read up the middle, breaking tackles. 35-40. To the outside he goes to the 35 and runs out of bounds at the 32-yard line. Move the chains. There's a Grizzly first down. Connor Dryling finally chased him out of bounds, but a gain of 20 yards. It's 1st and 10.
Great run by Jeremiah Moore. The Grizzlies are in business.
And now the momentum swinging back in the direction of the home team here, down by 6 points. 1st and 10 more. Out of the gun, handoff Phillips. Up the middle, bowls his way inside the 30. Falling forward, knocking defenders over to the 27-yard line. Some hard running for Sincere. He picked up 5 before he was brought down by Arthur Earl. So a nice gain. It's 2nd down and 5 now. Grizzlies.
I'm going to correct that. It's Grayson Walburn that took him down. That's my bad.
And there's a stoppage of play for a second.
Got a player down.
And now, Grizzly coaches are screaming at the offensive unit about something. Things a little out of sorts right here. Still 13 on the play clock. 2nd and 5 for the Grizzlies. Now they get the snap away. Thompson's got it up the middle. Big hole, 20, 15, down near the 10. Move the chains. That's another Grizzly first down on a running play right up the middle.
Sincere Thompson's got the Grizzlies on the move.
Kevin, you talked about how Hayes had been keying on Phillips, and it looks like the Grizzlies recognize that, so they've not called his number much here in the third quarter. 1st and 10 Grizzlies from the 13 of Hayes. Shotgun for Jeremiah Moore. He's going to run a zone read, keep it himself, drop to the backfield, and Hayes had that ready to raise. If Phillips got the ball, he was dropped in the backfield, and Jeremiah Moore was too by Gavin Myers. It was a loss of 3 yards, maybe 4 in fact, on that play. So 2nd down now and 14 for the Grizzlies, 17 yards away from the Stroud's end zone. Northwest slowing things down now as we approach the 2-minute mark left in the third quarter. Hayes 40, Northwest 34. 2nd down and 14 here. Jeremiah Moore, 3 receivers, slots to the right, Phillips the running back. Moore out of the shotgun, dancing, and wants to run. 20, 15, shakes at the 5, breaks at the goal line. Touchdown Grizzlies! And Northwest has tied the game at 40.
Jeremiah was all Jeremiah Moore. He faked out the entire defensive front of Hayes, and then, as you said, shaked and baked his way all the way into the end zone.
And now Braden Sauter on to attempt the extra point that would give Northwest the lead for the first time since the second quarter. What a big kick this is that's on its way, and the kick is no good. Oh. He went wide left. Well, it's fitting because with 1:47 left in the third quarter, we're going to start all over. Hayes 40, Grizzlies 40. This is Grizzly football presented by Mo Hamilton Ford.
Automotive is now open at Central and Mays. Come by or shop online and browse our inventory of quality pre-owned vehicles, cars, trucks, and SUVs. We have them all. Banter Automotive Group, now open at our new location just east of Central and Mays.
Last team to have the ball wins.
Well, just when you thought the Grizzlies were about to grab the lead back, a Braden Sauter extra point goes wide left. But hey, it just adds to the drama of this one. It's had plenty already, and we've got more. 1:47 left in the third quarter. Hayes 40, Northwest 40. And the Grizzlies are kicking the football off. Sauter, high, short, end over and kickoff. That's going to be bouncing around at the 20 and picked up there by Jordan Dale, and he's going to run up to about the 30-yard line, maybe just past it, and that's where Hayes will set up shop. That was Josh Daffern on the stop. 40-40 as we start all over. All right. 1st and 10.
Not entirely unexpected, I might add.
No. 2 top 10 teams in the state of Kansas in Class 5A wrapping up the regular season. Handoff on 1st and 10 for Hayes. This is going to be Maroney, and he's going nowhere. Diaz was there. Morford was there. No gain at 2nd down, and the defense seems to have responded to the adjustment you talked about, Kevin.
Morford's got him fired up, too. He was over there cheering them all on the sideline here before they came out, trying to get them all fired up. And
so 2nd down and 10 for Hayes. Kanik out of the shotgun back, throws across the middle, low and incomplete. Had he thrown it to his receiver where he wanted, it might have well been picked off by Jeremiah Harris, who was draped all over it. It's 3rd down.
Jeremiah Harris was in perfect position for the pick.
How about the adjustments for this Grizzly defense?
So far, so good.
After Hayes got the early third quarter touchdown, Hayes did not move the ball at all well on the last drive, and now they're on the verge of a 3-and-out here. Throwing the football, not their forte, but it's a passing situation here. 3rd and 10. They'll throw a screen pass. Overthrown, incomplete. A 3-and-out for Hayes, and the Grizzlies about to get it back again.
That was intended for Marino. It was just a bad throw.
So 59 seconds left here in the third quarter. The momentum swings in this game, Kevin, have been huge.
It's been an emotional roller coaster, that's for sure.
Northwest scored the first 20 in this game. Hayes responded with 3 straight scores. It was 20-19, took the lead eventually after that. Here's a punt that's going to be caught by Lopez. Out at the 30-yard line, makes a move over to the near side. Actually, that's Derek Robinson now. Robinson to the near side around the 40, and he's chased out of bounds. But this will be good starting field position, Kevin. They move it back to the 39. It's still only 61 yards away from the Stroud's end zone.
Robinson ran 65 yards to pick up 10, but they were an important 10 yards.
Clock at 46 seconds left, third quarter, 40-40, Northwest and Hayes. These two teams battling it out in Class 5A on the final week of the regular season. Playoff intensity with the playoffs starting next week. Shotgun for Jeremiah Moore. He's going to hand it off. Big hole for Sincere Thompson coming right. He's inside the 50, 45, brought down at the 42-yard line. Move the chains, there's a Grizzly first down.
21-yard run by Sincere Thompson, and now the Grizzlies are in business again.
And another injured player for Hayes down on the far side. This is the third injury we've seen.
This is the third one since halftime.
Yeah,
just another cramp.
Player on the far side of the field for Hayes. Might be Dreiling. Yeah, it is Connor Dreiling. Down on the turf at about the 36-yard line. And he is now up and limping off and favoring his left leg, but trotting off under his own power. Unfortunately, nothing serious.
Is this going to be some fourth quarter or what?
Fasten your seatbelts. It'll be fun. And who knows, maybe a game we'll see a rematch of in a few weeks. It's possible.
It is possible.
First and 10 Grizzlies, 42 yards away from the Stroud's end zone. Jeremiah Moore out of the shotgun. 3 receivers, slots on the left, handoff, L.J. Phillips up the middle, and Phillips is going to get stacked up. Note that's Thompson again at the 40. Boy, L.J. is in there, but I think the Grizzlies recognize, as you said, Kevin, they are keying on him.
They are.
And that's okay. Thompson is not a bad counterpart to have.
Not at all.
That'll also be the last play of the third quarter. All right, buckle up, fasten your seatbelts. It should be a fun fourth. We're heading there with the score. Northwest 40, Hayes 40. 2 top 10 teams in Class 5A in the state of Kansas with playoff seeding on the line. You're listening to Grizzly Football presented by Mel Hamilton Ford.
Central and Mays. Come by or shop online and browse our inventory of quality pre-owned vehicles, cars, trucks, and SUVs. We have them all. Banter Automotive Group, now open at our new location just east of Central and Mays.
Grab your favorite beverage, a bag of chips. Here we go, fourth quarter. Northwest 40, Hayes 40. Grizzlies with the football to start the fourth quarter.
Make sure your seat backs and tray tables are in their upright and secure position.
That's right. Northwest with the advantage here, though, because they've got the football in plus territory at the Hayes 40-yard line. Jeremiah Moore out of the shotgun on second down and 8. Grizzlies with 3 receivers out to the near side. L.J. Phillips is the running back. He's going to be a blocker for Jeremiah Moore. Coming right and net, right at the 40. Not much doing for Jeremiah there, as that was Brooke Holloway on the stop for Hayes. And that'll bring up third down and long. Grizzlies will not likely be thinking punt here. Not at that part of the field.
No, this is 4-down territory here for sure.
Which lends itself to a more likely possibility that they'll still run the ball here on 3rd and 7. Moore out of the shotgun. Sincere Thompson to his left. Phillips is the H-back as a blocker. As Jeremiah is going to catch, roll out. Now he's going to run inside the 30. Breaks the tackle at the 45, 30, 35, down inside the 20. And hit hard at the 13. Down at the 12 from the 17-yard line, by a big gainer in the change will move. Jeremiah Moore finally brought down. Same guy again, Cabaret on the stop. But how about that big play on 3rd down and long? Jeremiah Moore keeps it for the first down.
And he gets it into the red zone. Now they can work.
1st and 10 from the 17. Moore hands it off. Thompson coming out. Now cuts it back up the middle. Sincere to the 10. Thompson to the 5. Thompson, touchdown Grizzlies. Sincere Thompson from 17. And Northwest has come back like gangbusters. And they lead by 6 points. It's 46-40.
Sincere Thompson scoring 2 consecutive touchdowns for the Grizzlies on long run plays.
And you almost wonder if it was by design that it would be all Phillips almost in the first half to get the defense drawn his way. Thompson picking up the slack. Extra point, and a big one is good. 10:49 left, 4th quarter. Northwest 47, Hayes 40. This is Grizzly football presented by Mount Hamilton Ford.
Central and Mays. Come by or shop online and browse our inventory of quality pre-owned vehicles, cars, trucks, and SUVs. We have them all. Banter Automotive Group, now open at our new location just east of Central and Mays.
We can say that if you want.
Sure. Grizzly Stadium. I am assuming we're on the air because I cannot hear a thing myself other than the band playing. It's 47-40 Grizzlies with a lead. Northwest kicking the football off. The funny thing is the band is probably a good, 200 feet from us?
Oh, at least, yeah, they're 2 sections over.
Sounds like
they're right below us, yeah.
And we hope that you're able to hear us okay. Nonetheless, they're fired up just like we are in this barn burner.
Maybe it's a good thing if they can't.
47, some would probably agree. 47-40, Northwest with the lead. 10:43 to go, 4th quarter. Do the Grizzly defensive players have another stop of them now? Hand off Maroney on 1st and 10. Up the middle, some strong running for Roy Maroney, carrying about 5 defenders with him across the 25, out to about the 27-yard line. Good game for him. That was kind of like an L.J. Phillips style run.
This is an important defensive stand for the Grizzlies. They've got to get a stop here and prevent the tie.
They can do that and get the football back up 1 score and a chance to go up 2 scores. You're right. 2nd down though here, and only 3 yards needed for a 1st down. As Kanak's going to drop back, throw a fade down the left sideline. Has him out there, leaping, incomplete. And a great defensive play downfield for Northwest, and flags are flying everywhere though, as they're going to get Dontrell Harris for pass interference. Boy, that was a well-thrown ball. Harris, pretty good coverage, but apparently too good.
It's unsportsmanlike on Hayes. I was just going to say, that was great defense. I would have been surprised if they'd have called PI.
And you know what? Even the players on the field were fooled. They moved up thinking it was a 1st down on Northwest pass interference. Everybody in the house thought that was pass interference. Instead, it's unsportsmanlike conduct on Hayes.
So it's still a 1st down, but they moved the ball back 15.
1st and 10. Now a bad snap. Kanak juggling it on the run. Just has to get rid of it and does incomplete. And that was a very dangerous pass there. Ill-advised, and he got lucky that it was not picked off. But another bad snap. We've seen some poor exchanges tonight.
So on that previous play, he must have caught the ball because he got the 1st down.
I think it was still pass interference because I saw the ball get jarred loose and deflected out of bounds. I think we just missed that they called pass interference and then the personal foul after that.
Maybe that may be true too.
I think that's what ended up happening because that was this first down than it otherwise would not have been. Second down and 10 here, handoff Maroney, starting right, now up the middle, inside the 50, down to about the 48-yard line, where we certainly can't hear anything, but trying to see through the official signals, and I think that's what ended up happening, because the ball did get jarred loose, so I'm going to guess it was pass interference, then a personal foul on Hayes.
I'll buy that explanation. In the meantime, Hayes is moving the chains 11 yards at a time.
Yes, they are. They just picked up a Chance Transmissions first down to the 46-yard line of Northwest. Kanak hands it off now to Maroney, coming left and tripped up. Jerome Reagan made a nice ankle tackle right there. Maroney could have gotten some big yardage. Instead, it goes for a few at second down.
Grizzlies need to make a big play on defense here of some kind.
Clock at under 9 minutes left in the game now. 47-40. Northwest has taken the lead back. In a wild game that's gone back and forth all night long.
Now there's 5 yards offside.
They didn't say who the guilty party was.
No.
But that's now really not good, because you've got 2nd and 1, and Hayes does like to slip in a pass every now and then. This might be a great opportunity to do it on 2nd and a yard. Kanak instead will just hand it off to Maroney, up the middle, easy first down, tripped up inside the 35, falling forward down to about the 31. I think Robinson tripped him up for the stop.
He did, and then that'll of course move the chains one more time.
Chance Transmission sponsors that Hayes first down. 1st and 10 from the Grizzly, 31. 47-40, Northwest with a lead. Under 8:30 now left in the contest. Jaron Kanak over to the sideline gets the play. Cole Cherry Holmes is their offensive coordinator, who used to have that role at Northwest. Kanak back, throws, near side, fade.
That is interference.
Incomplete, and here comes the flag, though.
Defensive pass interference, no question.
Derek Robinson was out there in coverage, grabbed a hold of the jersey. And Jeremiah Harris guilty of the hold.
I think that was a gift, because the foul occurred while the ball was in the air.
So
they can only call the hold. So
another first down for Hayes after a penalty. So the Grizzlies have had, we think, in pass interference, and now a hold call on pass plays. It's 1st and 10 for Hayes from the Grizzly 21. Handoff Maroney up the right side, and he's going to surge forward and get dropped. Nate Carter chased him down from behind after a couple of others had slowed him down. That last first down by Hayes, brought to you by Chance Transmission. Stop by and see Dave and the folks at South Seneca. Chance Transmission, 2nd down and 6 here for Hayes from the 17-yard line of Northwest. Kanak's out of the shotgun, and he's sending his receivers on the right side in motion. He'll have a slot on the left and one lone receiver on the right. On 2nd down and 7, they started early. That's a flag on Hayes. The receivers on the far side jumped early.
And a break for the Grizzlies.
So that'll move Hayes now into 2nd down and 11. They're kind of like Northwest, though. They're not afraid on 2nd down, sometimes 3rd down and long, to run the football.
And they've been as successful as they've been tonight.
Clock running, under 7.5 left in the game. Northwest 47, Hayes 40. Shotgun here for Jaron Kanak. 2 receivers, 1 to each side. Kanak is going to run a handoff now to Maroney. Dropped down to the backfield. Oh, was that a great play by Zach Morford?
Wow. And as Morford pumped up.
Leading tackler on the team coming into the game with 42. Adds to his number there. And now a really big 3rd down play right here. 3rd down and 12 for Hayes. Ball is at the Grizzly 23-yard line. 6:43 left in the game. Northwest 47 and Hayes 40. Jaron Kanak, Clemson bound as a linebacker, quarterbacking the Hayes Indians here. On 3rd down and 12, he's going to run a play action fake, rolling out to the right, and it's intercepted. It's intercepted by the Grizzlies. Ben Heidelberg. Northwest defense comes up with a turnover. They've got the
exactly what we needed. A big play from the defense, forcing a turnover. Heidelberg right there to snag that ball.
A little surprised. I realize it was 3rd and 12, but with the weapons this team has carrying the football.
I'm surprised they didn't run it too.
So Northwest now with 6:22 left in the game, up by 7, has the football 75 yards away from the Stroud's end zone. Ben Heidebrecht with the interception.
We need a 6-minute scoring drive.
Do those happen around here?
Not often.
More out of his shotgun. He's going to fake the handoff. Now he's going to come left, get a block. He's got some space across the 30, 35, 40, and chased out at the 46-yard line. A gain of 21, and that's a first down for the Grizzlies.
The first down gives them great field position from which to mount an attack.
Northwest's MO is more to go ahead and get the quick score and go up 2 scores. 3 receivers here on first down and 10. Out to the right for Jeremiah Moore. He will work some clock here as we approach the 6-minute mark left in the game. Northwest up by 7. Moore is going to hand it off up the middle. Look out, Thompson's got a hole. He breaks the tackle at the 45 to the 40. Thompson to the 30. Inside the 25. Down to the 21-yard line. The chains will move again. Another Grizzly first down. Stoll brings him down after a big gain for Sincere.
And that'll keep the clock moving once they set the chains.
And it's under 6 minutes left now in the game and running. 47-40 Northwest with the lead. Timeout on the field. Paul Hayes will keep it right here. What a turn of events started by the Heidebrecht interception.
Grizzlies turned it over, led to a score. Now we flip the page here, and after Hayes turns it over, we get a chance to get some points off of the turnover here.
And I realize that this Hayes team can score in a hurry, but understand also their MO is running the football. So even though there may still be the Grizzlies score here fairly soon. We're saying, yeah, they got to score first.
We need to score.
But Hayes will still have their backs to the wall because they run the football and chew a lot of time. And they only have now 2 timeouts left. So, well, it wouldn't seal the deal. Not saying that, but a touchdown here, or even 3, would be huge for the Grizzlies. First and 10.
I want the touchdown.
Northwest 23 yards away from the Stroud's end zone. 3 receivers for Jeremiah Moore. Grizzlies probably won't be passing it right here with Thompson and Phillips both in the backfield. Moore's got the shotgun snap, and he's going to hand it off to Thompson on the right side inside the 20. Falling forward inside the 15. Move the chains to the 11. Sincere Thompson with a 12-yard run and a first down. He was dragged down by J.W. Perry, that backup quarterback who had to come in back in the first half late. And the Grizzlies can now work a little more clock. 5:35 left in the game. Northwest up 7. Moore out of his shotgun. 3 receivers again. 2 running backs to his left. Moore has a shotgun snap. He's got a hole inside the 10 to the 5 to the goal line. Touchdown Grizzlies. Jeremiah Moore from 12 yards out. And the Grizzlies have gone up 2 scores.
Last 3 scores for Northwest, all on running plays.
And again, it did happen quickly, but to go up 2 scores against a team that's MO is running the football is big. And now Braden Sauter
This
to
kick
attempt
is
the extra
big.
point that's on its way and good. 5:21 left in the game. Northwest 54, Hayes 40. This is Grizzly football presented by Mel Hamilton Ford.
It's Central and Mays. Come by or shop online and browse our inventory of quality pre-owned vehicles, cars, trucks, and SUVs. We have them all. Banter Automotive Group, now open at our new location just east of Central and Mays.
As this one has been a barn burner tonight, but the Northwest Grizzlies are hoping they just delivered a big knockout punch. Still 5:21 left in the game, but the score is now Northwest 54 and Hayes 40. As Hayes grabbed the lead here late in the first half, and Grizzlies gave up an early touchdown in the third quarter, but they have caught fire after that from both ends, the defense and the offense, getting it done. They've gotten stops and put points on the board. Kickoff return by Malik Paul out to about the 30-yard line. Jerome Reagan drops him there. And so here we go. Hayes with the football from our left to right. 5:14 left in the game. Northwest 54, Hayes 40.
The right defense, time for you to shine here.
Jaron Koenig out of the shotgun, running back to his right, and whistles at the start. And is it a timeout? Nope, a false start. You know, we were just bragging on Hayes on their discipline and lack of penalties, and that's changed here in the fourth quarter.
It has. This changed in the last 3 minutes. The wheels have kind of fallen off here for Hayes.
And that is not what they need. Down by 14 points, a little more than halfway through the fourth quarter. So that moves the ball back to the 25-yard line of Hayes. First down and 15 now. And Koenig out of the shotgun is going to hand it off to Maloney coming left. And not much doing there. And that'll bring up second down.
Credit Trey Birch on that tackle for the Grizzlies to hold them for no gain.
Second down and 15 now for Hayes. Long look over to the sideline for their quarterback. They can't be spending this kind of time though, Kevin, as they're taking an awful long time to get this ball snapped. And now the quarterback and running
busted play.
bump into each other on the exchange, and Maroney is running forward and going nowhere except into Nate Carter. But we've seen some bad snaps. We've seen some bad exchanges by Hayes. Right there, clean snap, but the running back and quarterback just bumped into each other. So it's third down now and about 13 yards. Clock at 4:10 left in the game. Third down and 13 for Hayes. Ball at their own 27-yard line. Koenig out of the shotgun is back. Throwing's got a man across the middle and he dropped it. Oh, Carson Kiefer just had that one in the hands and let it go in and out. It's fourth down.
Jeremiah Harris was all over him with intimidation.
I think that Kiefer, though, would have, had he caught that, had enough for the first down. Instead, it's fourth down, and Hayes is going for it. If they have any chance to win this game, they've got to get it here. Fourth down, back to pass is Koenig. Throws, left side, incomplete. And the Grizzly defense holds again. North Marinelli with fists in the air. His defense bent tonight, but it looks like they might get the job done.
They might, and of course now with the fourth down turnover, Grizzlies have the ball in excellent field position deep inside Indians territory.
3:51 left on the clock. Northwest 54, Hayes 40. What a back and forth game this one has been.
This has been an emotional roller coaster of the umpteenth kind.
It's like a basketball game with the runs. 14-0, 20-0 runs. Jeremiah Moore shotgun here. Grizzlies 27 yards away from the Stroud's end zone. They'll hand it off. And this is L.J. Phillips dropped in the backfield. Grizzlies don't mind though. They'll just slowly get back to the line of scrimmage and work some clock. Aiden Ballman in on the stop, but Jeremiah Moore now wisely, deliberately letting the clock bleed here. It's under 3.5 minutes left in the game. Grizzlies up 2 touchdowns.
And you wonder when they're going to use the 2 timeouts they have left rather than let the clock run, but obviously not on this down.
Play clock's at 14, and the Grizzly receivers are just now taking their positions out wide on second down and 14. Moore out of the shotgun. 3 receivers out to the near side. Grizzlies, we're not going to be passing it here. High snap, and Moore can't hold on to it. The ball's on the turf, and Hayes has come away with it. Jarrett Ryan came up with the fumble, And the Grizzlies also have been guilty of some bad exchanges tonight, and I don't think that was a terrible snap. I think Jeremiah took his eyes off.
He just booted. Yes, he was looking downfield instead of looking at the ball, and he just booted it.
Well, there are only 3 minutes left in the game, and Hayes is down 2 touchdowns. That's the right side here.
Well, we'll see how big this turnover is if Hayes somehow manages to come back and tie the game.
As Kevin pointed out, Hayes has 2 timeouts left. K-Mac shotgun snap, play action fake, throws it across the middle. The pass is going to be caught, and it's stripped away. And Northwest has picked the football up. Holding back. One of the defensive backs swiped it away. It went bouncing around, and the Grizzlies picked it up. And just like that, they've got the football back.
That play happened so fast, I couldn't see who stripped it.
It was a nice crossing pattern on a little post pattern. And
he was headed for the end zone.
The defender came from behind and just punched the ball loose. And then it was kicked another few yards to the 40-yard line, and there was nobody but Mays and Brewer there to follow on it. Then Northwest has the football back. That might well be a pretty about the winners play of the game right there.
Just might be.
The Grizzlies up 2 touchdowns. Jeremiah Moore's going to keep it right up the middle here. Shaking and dancing at the 45, 40, 35, 30, 20, 15. Pushed out of bounds near the 10. Jeremiah Moore now just having insult to injury as the Grizzlies have it first down and 10 from just outside the 10-yard line.
50-yard run on that play alone.
They're spotted at the 11. First and 10 now, and the clock stops at 2:42. What a night tonight. We were thinking at halftime both teams might get to 60, and the Grizzlies still can, but Northwest defense has really put the clamps on Hayes here in the fourth quarter. Handoff Phillips to the right side, now back to the middle, and he's chased down from behind and hog-tied down at about the 6-yard line.
Hog-tied is right. Defender grabbed him by one leg, pulled him straight up, and then straight down.
He did. That defender went low. We've got a penalty on Northwest here, so this will move it back 5. It was not a hold. But yeah, LJ lifted his left leg in the air, and that defender went after it and then lifted him up by grabbing that airborne leg and putting him down. Well, because it's still first down, that will allow Northwest just to choose some more clock.
Exactly. That penalty really does not hurt the Grizzlies at all. It's only 5 yards. They're still inside the red zone, and they need to burn the clock more than they need to score at this point.
Clock is running. 2:10 left in the game. Northwest, though, up by 2 touchdowns. It's 54-40, and
somebody took timeout.
I think Steve Martin, Kevin, let the play clock go down to 1 intentionally just to bleed the clock since it was running already.
And that was a smart move, and it burned off about half a minute at a time.
Stay tuned after the game. We'll have our gem of the game brought to you by Christopher Daniels. In fact, let's go ahead and get it in. Our gem of the game, Christopher Daniels Watch and Jewelry Repair. Central and Tyler, stop by and see him for your next jewelry purchase or repair. How about in the second quarter, Kevin, when Jeremiah Moore had his helmet knocked off, Jace Glasper, the sophomore, came into the game, and we were thinking, well, they're just going to play conservative right here. And he threaded a beautiful fade pattern to the back corner of the end zone that was caught for a touchdown.
Exactly. The last thing you were expecting was a pass of any kind, much less one in for a touchdown to Takari Brown. It was a beautiful play.
It was a perfect pass, too.
Yeah.
Glasper's first touchdown of the season.
I think it is.
Yeah, it was for sure. And that's our Christopher Daniels Watch and Jewelry Repair gym.
And I think I'm going to take that back. I think he threw a touchdown pass last week when he was late in the game.
Mop-up time itself.
I think so.
First down and 15 Grizzlies. Handoff LJ Phillips. He'll move right. He's to the 15-yard line, then stiff arms, and that's where as a running back you've got to learn just to fall over instead of run out of bounds. The clock just stopped with 2 minutes left. Steve Martin might mention that to you next time. That's where you just fall over.
Mm-hmm.
In bounds.
Stay in bounds. Keep the clock moving.
Clock exactly 2 minutes left. Grizzlies should have this wrapped up, but when you fall down, one fewer plays, and that's what you want at this stage also. Second down and 8 from the 9. Out of the shotgun. Moore, Phillips and Thompson to his left. Moore's just going to keep it. Now he's going to run left, trying to get the edge at the 10, and Jeremiah runs out of bounds.
I think he lost yardage on that play.
There's a flag down also at about the 9-yard line. 2 flags down. Randall Bell was guilty of the hold.
And they had too many men in the backfield as well. Both flags were against Northwest.
You don't think Thompson and Phillips and Moore are enough?
I guess not.
What do they want? And that'll move it back. A minute 51 left in the game. The clock has started again. It's 54-40. Northwest has the lead. And Jeremiah Moore with 15 on the play clock will look under center now at his center from the shotgun. And he'll get the snap. And he will hand it off to Phillips. Phillips to the right edge, slices back through the middle. He's inside the 15, down near the 10, falling there. And he will be close to the line to gain. And that'll bring up 3rd down.
Actually, he only got back to the original.
That's the original, yeah. My fault. The original line of scrimmage.
But he burns clock doing it.
He did indeed. And the Grizzlies will take the next snap with less than 60 ticks left on the clock. And so much closer we are now to chalking this one up.
I'm still surprised Hayes hasn't taken their timeouts.
Yeah, they're going to, it looks like, leave 2 out there.
You can't take them on the bus.
3rd down and 9. And now we've got whistles at the start of this play. And what do we have here? A timeout by Northwest.
Yep, it was a timeout.
Well, we'll stay right here. 47 seconds left here in the contest. All right, it's time now for our Put It in the Bag Cleaners play of the game. Sponsored by the Kansas Vacuum Center. Stop by and see Cliff at the home of the Vacologist. Kansas Vacuum Center sponsors our Put It in the Bag Cleaners play of the game. 9330 West Central. Tomorrow you're doing your house cleaning, your vacuuming. Stop by and see Kansas Vacuum Center. 9330 West Central. Well, I will nominate mine, and Kevin, you can throw out yours, but I thought earlier this quarter when Hayes was driving and Ben Heidelberg got the big interception on 4th down to get the Grizzlies the football, that essentially sealed it for Northwest. Is the Grizzlies just have never looked back since, and you just kind of got the feeling after that play that it was going to be a very tough 4th quarter for Hayes.
Well, you and I both picked the same play, so that did a complete turnaround of momentum. Hayes was on the, I don't know what that noise is, but Hayes was on the move. It may be me, I don't know.
All right, here we go. On 3rd down and 9, Grizzlies will run the football right up the gut, and L.J. Phillips has put it in the end zone. Touchdown, Grizzlies.
We got him now.
And Northwest has hit 60. What a wild game. Who would have thought 60-40? We might have thought that when it was 20-0 Northwest.
I thought the over-under might be 100 points. I really did.
But when it was 40-33 Hayes, who would have thought 61-40?
I know.
That's where we are now. 41 seconds left. Sauter's extra point good. Northwest 61, Hayes 40. This is Grizzly football presented by Mo Hamilton Ford. I know what it was. It was the crowd.
Open at Central and Mays. Come by or shop online and browse our inventory of quality pre-owned vehicles, cars, trucks, and SUVs. We have them all. Banter Automotive Group, now open at our new location just east of Central and Mays.
We'll see if we hear it again.
We didn't. There it is again. I wonder if it's me.
41 seconds left in the game. Northwest 61 and Hayes 40. Who would have thunk it after it was 40-33 Hayes, who had all the momentum riding their way. And now Braden Sauter will kick this one off, and it's going to be returned to the 29-yard line. Just think about the way the half started, Kevin. And we got a flag down on this kickoff. Jeremiah Moore, we were so excited that the Grizzlies had the second half kickoff, And then Jeremiah Moore fumbles and Hayes scored right away, and they went up 2 scores.
Yeah, and that could have been a major turning point toward defeat when it happened so early in the third quarter. The Grizzlies, they put the bootstraps on, and the defense saved us.
That was the last time Hayes scored.
It was.
Because they had 33 at the half, and then they got that fumble and quick touchdown. So Mark Marinelli's defense has pitched a shutout since the very early stages of the second half.
Exactly.
Against this offense. How about that? Hayes will just take a knee.
They're walking away.
And I don't think they've got to snap it again.
They do not. I don't think. Well, maybe they do.
What a night for the Northwest Grizzlies. The start, perfect. The finish, perfect. In between, anything but.
Anything but. Anything can happen. Now, this game is huge. You've won a game big against the number 2 seed in the west half of the state. That's saying something. And we may see them again.
61-40 as the hands are being shaken out on the field. Northwest gets the victory in a barn burner tonight. 2 top 10 teams in the state, and the home team from Northwest gets the victory. Stay tuned now for a 4 Points Insurance and Financial Services Postgame show. You're listening to Grizzly Football presented by Bell Hamilton Ford.
Automotive is now open at Central and Mays. Come by or shop online and browse our inventory of quality pre-owned vehicles, cars, trucks, and SUVs. We have them all. Banter Automotive Group, now open at our new location just east of Central and Mays.
I want to give them the kudos again, too.
Yeah.
Could it be you?
All I did was... Welcome back to our happy Grizzly Stadium, where it's a final. Northwest 61 and the Hayes Indians 40 in a Class 5A clash between 2 top 10 teams ranked in the state. With the win, Northwest finishes the regular season at 6-2. Hayes finishes the regular season at 6-2. And Hayes has now lost 2 straight games going into the playoffs, as good of a team as they are.
It surprises me that they...
2 good teams they lost to.
They lost to 2 good teams, but I'm still surprised that they lost 2. And I'm surprised they lost by 3 touchdowns here.
And it was just a weird game that we've trying to do justice to, and it's hard to if you didn't see it. Northwest led 20-0, but then they were trailing at the half because of mistakes, and Hayes looked like the Hayes we thought we might see. And then in the third quarter, after that Jeremiah Moore fumble, and Hayes recovered and eventually scored a touchdown to start the second half, it was all Grizzlies after that. The adjustments that Northwest made, and both ends of the field, really. It wasn't just the defense, but Sincere Thompson turned out to be a great counterpart to L.J. Phillips. It was all Phillips almost in the first half, all Thompson in the second, and Jeremiah Moore did Jeremiah Moore things and the Grizzlies win by 21.
They win by 21, and you got to take your hat off to Mark Marinelli for making the adjustments at halftime to pitch a near shutout in the second half.
So many plays that we could go back in this one and consider big, and there were some by Northwest that were mistakes that we thought might loom large if they didn't win this game, like the Jeremiah Moore touchdown run called back because of a penalty, and he had some open receivers he underthrew. There were some other penalties that I think Steve Martin will probably pick apart when they go look at film, but gosh, in the second half, as we said, the close was near perfect for Northwest with the defensive adjustments that they made, because neither Kanak or Maroney, the quarterback or running back, were factors at all in the second half running the football.
They were not. They were just totally taken out of the game. The entire Hayes game plan was kind of just negated by the defense of the Grizzlies.
Our thanks to Christopher Daniels, Watch and Jewelry Repair, for sponsoring our gem of the game. And again, that was the Jace Glasper second quarter touchdown pass to Takari Brown. Glasper, the sophomore, had to come into the game because Jeremiah Moore lost his helmet on the previous play, and by rule, Jeremiah had to come out. And as Kevin and I were sitting here talking about how conservative the Grizzlies might go with their little sophomore quarterback in the game, what did he drop back and do?
He threw a touchdown pass to the corner of the end zone, and all of a sudden, Takari Brown's holding it up in the air, and it's 6 points.
Beautiful pass, beautiful call. Our Christopher Daniels Watch and Jewelry Repair play of the game. That also was a Carlson connection. We want to thank Stephanie Carlson again, JP Wygan and Associates. If you're in the market for your next home purchase, or if you're selling, Stephanie Carlson, JP Wygan and Associates. You can find her online, the Carlson Connection. Thanks to her, and that was certainly a Carlson connection as well. That beautiful pass from Glasper to Takari Brown. And the Kansas Vacuum Center sponsors our Put It in the Bag Cleaners play of the game. Ben Heidebrecht's interception pretty much sealed the deal in the fourth quarter as well. 61-40, Kevin.
Got a score in from down the road at Bishop Carroll. East High in the second half, not exactly sure where. East High has a lead of 26-19 over the Eagles.
Oh my goodness.
Wouldn't that be an upset?
Let's pack up and head down and see the end of that one.
Watch the end of that.
Wow.
Yeah, exactly. So
sending shock waves around the state. That would be quite interesting.
Hey, Steve, can I jump in one real quick again? And
you may.
Commend these kids who are working the games tonight on the internet side. They did just a wonderful job. Executive producer Jonathan Shue sitting next to me.
You're so proud of him, you're getting choked up.
I am getting choked up. I'm losing my voice again here in late stages. Sloan Barnes on camera upstairs, along with Nico Fields. Pardon me.
Kevin's tearing up.
I am. Nico Fields, Sloan Barnes on camera upstairs. Did a great job again tonight. And again, Jonathan, thank you for all you did tonight as well.
I mean, I brought some Kleenex if you need it.
I may need it. Anyway, I'm done with that.
All right, thank you. Thanks to those guys as well. Well, we turn our attention now towards playoffs, and we always say, Saturday morning we'll know, but usually by the time we go to bed, if you stay up late like I do, we start to get our understanding of who, when, and where, and all that before we go to sleep on Friday. And I imagine that'll happen tonight.
We'll know tonight. I know, the only thing I know for sure is we're home next week.
That we do know. We know we'll be here.
We'll be here.
And we will have that one for you. Same time, 6:30 for our pregame, brought to you by HTO. 7 o'clock kickoff as the Grizzlies venture into the playoffs. And I'll tell you what, there's probably a pretty decent chance that this team will see a Carroll or a Capon again. And I don't know about you, Kevin, but I sure would hope that opportunity comes about, because I think that game could very well be quite different than what we saw, especially the Capon game, being that the Grizzlies were down 4 defenders to start that game back at striker.
Exactly. It would be totally different if we get them again.
Not that Capon didn't deserve that win, and obviously they're a great football team, but it would be very intriguing to a lot of people if those two met again.
These kids want to play Capon again. They really do.
I'm sure they do. All right. Well, we'll see you next week against an opponent yet to be determined, and hopefully it'll be a nice long run on into Thanksgiving weekend.
Well, always love November football.
All right. Thanks, Kevin. Likewise. All right. Our thanks to Chris D'Arcy back at the ESPN Wichita Studios, Chris Darcy, I should say, punching the buttons, making this one possible. Don't forget, again, Kevin and I will be here next Friday night, 6:30 pregame, 7 o'clock kickoff against an opponent we might well know, but not for a few more hours. But the playoffs will be here, and so will be. For Kevin Oak and Steve Strain saying so long from Northwest Grizzly High School Stadium, where once again our final score, Grizzlies 61 and Hayes 40. Now from 13th and Tyler, so long everybody.